and gentlemen, the referees for this match. Our lead referee, Mr. Ji Woo-hyo from the Korea Republic, and second referee, Ms. Clara Chu from Hong Kong, China.
So Zane, we haven't really seen too much of Eric or Dylan play together here in Asia. Can you break it down to their play style and how they work together?
Yeah, absolutely. So Dylan plays a pretty aggressive right side, and Eric plays a very aggressive left side. Eric's at his best when he's playing a large percentage of the court, probably at least 60% to almost 2/3, because obviously if you just look at him out there, he's the tallest guy on the court, he's got long arms, he's fast, everything, and so he's at his best when he's hunting, playing aggressive, and Dylan is a perfect aggressive support for that. So these guys, if they have one flaw, it might be a little bit of their consistency, it might be a little bit of their ability to get to the kitchen, but once they're there, I think they're a top, obviously top 5 team.
And if you're coaching Dylan and Eric right now, what is your advice for them to take down Johns and Tardio?
I mean, I just think that when you are the underdog, it almost always suits you to play a little bit more aggressively. However, in extremely slow conditions like this, where the ball is not bouncing nearly as high, it's very difficult to execute off the bounce speed-ups, the ball is very, very slow, it might not be a bad idea to go the other way and just see if you can outgrind this team and see if you can get Ben to pull some shots on your own terms, hit some good counterattacks. So I'd say either go full offense or full grind mode.
Go big or go home, it sounds like.
Middle.
All right. Hey, so I got a text just now that says that you are looking for someone way cooler, way prettier than me to kind of co-host with you. My feelings are a bit hurt, but I don't mind. I mean, maybe next time just say it to my face, Zane.
Yeah, I just didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Okay, well, mission accomplished. My feelings are hurt. But I'm excited to bring up our next guest here. The one, the only a little bit better looking than me. You guys watching at home, give it up for Alex Strong. Boo, 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 boo.
All right. What an intro. We need some hype song or something for that. This is our commentary debut together, Alex.
This is going to be so much fun, Zane. I'm really excited for this match. This is one that you would see,
All right, who do
at
you got
home.
in this one?
Ben and Gabe. Ben and Gabe, they're the #1 team in the world.
Yeah, that's a fair pick. All right, that was just a quick test.
I think it's going to be a good one, though. I think all these teams are being tested here in the conditions of Vietnam. Definitely different play styles, but Ben has definitely expressed over time with his experience playing here in Asia how it exposes a player's real skill. You have to actually have fast hands and rely on your skill versus paddle technology or ball technology.
Yeah, that's interesting. Obviously, like, the points are much, much longer. I think you get those far more of those prolonged hands battles that we love because the conditions are so slow, right? It's very, very difficult to put this ball away. And so, yeah, rather than having hands battles that are just 1-2 shots long, you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, and that gets me fired up. That gets the blood flowing.
Yeah, the hands battles are absolutely electric. The crowd is getting amped up for the start of this match. Gabe Tardio to serve.
1-0-2.
Nice spot there from Ben. You really got to find angles a little bit more in these conditions, I feel like, because you can't just bash through people anymore. That's not going to work, Dill. Come on. That's not going to work. I do actually like the idea here because it is very tough to put away overheads. Again, we'll talk a lot about the conditions throughout this, but not a bad play, these lobs. They settle in nicely as well.
Absolutely. I was saying in the women's match prior to this one that I do love that lob play just because it is a little tougher to put the ball away. The defense between the ladies were phenomenal. So with the men hitting overheads a little bit harder, it might be a little trickier, but that's where the angles must come into play and use placement over power.
Nails that return. There's the angle. Oh, he goes for the dropper. Drop shot's not a bad idea there, especially because these courts check up a little bit, but
for sure.
I think Ben's on that one too. A little bit of a frustration not being able to put that one away. We got 5-0 start here. Oof. Interesting. So that we do get a timeout here from Eric and Dylan, and that's a shot that I feel like Eric normally is pulling, right? I feel like Eric is at his best when he's taking those balls out of the air and really flicking them. Maybe he's respecting Gabe's hands a little bit too much. But yeah, we've got a quick early timeout here and a smart one as well. 6-0 start. So Alex, how'd your week go here in Hanoi?
Unfortunately, not as good as I would have hoped. Dealing with a little bit of an injury at the moment, but we'll be back for sure.
Yeah, I saw you in a boot. What's going on?
Yeah, I don't know if it's a great idea to say to the world, but
fair enough,
it's all good. We'll be back stronger in the States just in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, all right. On more positive news, you signed with Kamito officially, right?
Yes, absolutely. And I have everybody talking about my outfits. I'm absolutely loving it. An amazing paddle as well, so you guys will have to stay tuned for the Alex Trong signature collection.
Ooh, nice. That's exciting. All right. Also exciting, we got Dylan and Eric winning their first rally of the match. Side out.
Back on serve.
Ben is really going to that two-hander far more than we ever see him doing it in the U.S.
Oh, absolutely. I think the ball doesn't necessarily carry as far wide either. So maybe allows him to use a little sharper of an angle on his backhand topspin dink.
Man, he's absolutely working Eric in that spot. Yeah, I think since the court is so slow, that ball sort of sits there in front of Ben a little bit more than it might normally. Allows him to use that two-hander.
And I was going to ask you, what do you think?
Oh, he missed that.
Ooh. What do you think about the topspin dink versus the slice dink here on this kind of surface?
I mean, slice dink obviously stays a little bit lower. Let's see what these guys can do here.
Great lob.
That's a nice lob out of the air from Dylan. Oh, he makes that! Wow, look at that. That's nasty. Gabe and Ben all smiles over there. Even Eric may have cracked a smile. Pros and cons. You actually have more time to be able to hit your topspin because the ball sits up in front of you, but your backspin will bounce so low on this court.
That's a great play. You know, Dylan taking that ball out of the air.
Yeah, it looks like they're actually very actively avoiding Dylan and going to a spot that I wouldn't expect being Eric's backhand.
Good hands, great point.
Ben's also pulling almost all of his offense cross-court towards Eric, and so if you at home are somebody who is still following the idea of only ever attack straight ahead of you, watch 2 minutes of pro pickleball and understand that you can absolutely attack cross-court. It just needs to be a very good one, otherwise your partner is hosed. Ben is putting on a nice masterclass of that right now.
I do think that Ben has enough trust in his hands as well as Gabe's to be able to attack cross-court at Eric, knowing that the ball would most likely come back either right at Gabe or to the middle to Ben's forehand, rather than back cross-body at Ben.
Oh, nice point. Good stuff. That's a much-needed point there from Eric and Dylan. Yeah, honestly, I'd probably be pulling everything cross-court, too, if I had Gabe as my partner sitting over there, so that's a fair point. 1-9 here. Nice play from Eric. Again, I need to see him with more of those 1-2s out of the air.
Do that more, absolutely.
And I think down 1-9 with nothing to lose, it's a great time to start.
I like the speed up there from Dylan. I think it came right to Eric's forehand there in the middle and just missed that one.
I also think, you know, you got to keep Ben honest a little bit there, too. That's a good speed up from Dylan, even though it didn't necessarily work.
Agreed.
Now, this game is borderline over, but something that we've been seeing recently is momentum at the end of these blowout games is so important. Gabe's all over that if that does go over the net. But momentum at the end of these games is so important because Dylan and Eric need to figure something out. And they need to take this opportunity to figure something out. They can't wait until the beginning of next game. Gabe playing with the hometown Faculos equipment as well. That's an impressive shot. The degree of difficulty on that is so much higher than it looks like. It looks like he just misdirected this up the line, but he took a full swing at that.
Yeah, they got the serve back, so at least they can have another opportunity to try to scrap up a couple more points, but unfortunately Eric just misses that forehand long.
Again, good setup, just not falling.
2-10-2.
I wouldn't mind a couple of drive and crash plays by Eric and Dylan, just to create a little bit of chaos.
Agree. Get out of these rallies.
Ben and Gabe obviously play their best pickleball at the kitchen line.
I like that play there from Eric, too, because the last thing you want is you just don't want Ben and Gabe to be dictating the play the entire time, right? You want to be the team taking initiative against these guys. Eric adjusting, putting those second hand on there. Misses, still smart. So we've got an 11-2 Ben and Gabe win here, and just zero rhythm there for Eric and Dylan, unfortunately.
Yeah, off to a little bit of a slow start, but let's see if they can regroup and come back stronger in game number 2.
Yeah, neither of us are really experts on the broadcast, so I'm assuming we're going to a commercial break.
Game 2. Timeout 0-0-2.
All right, we are back. That's a quick break.
Game 2 underway. What a counter!
Immediate offense from Dylan. Actually, again, it doesn't work, but you've got to change something up. I don't mind that whatsoever. And Gabe also doesn't mind that. Does look like early on here, Dylan and Eric have made a conscious effort to make a little more move. What a point.
Wow.
Stop it. Gabe pumping up the crowd. Look at that
the Vietnamese crowd involved. That was an amazing point. You know, even before the ATP, I thought that was great construction by Eric and Dylan. They didn't hit a dink to the same spot twice in a row.
Yeah, what I was going to say before that crazy ATP was just that. Nice, good combo there. They are clearly dictating a little bit more. Talked about that on their timeout. Like, we've got to move this ball around a little bit more, otherwise we're toast. Nice lob there from Dylan. Tweener. Oh, we got a miss
just
there.
Sails long.
Man, Ben, I feel like doesn't normally do. He's feeling it. He doesn't normally hit tweeners, huh?
He's up a game in 3-0. Good way to recover a lob, though.
Now, here's the thing. I just don't even feel like... I mean, Eric threw in a couple of uncharacteristic misses in game 1. I don't even feel like they're playing all that badly right now.
No, I don't think so either. Right hands.
Nice shot. Okay. I mean, look at these points that they're playing. I think these guys are playing unbelievably, and if we had an unforced error counter, I think we've got 1 or 2 on the entire match from Ben and Gabe. It's one of their first actual putaways this entire match.
Right. All right, they got the serve here. Got to get in and convert.
Okay, make that 3 unforced errors on the match for Ben and Gabe. Nice, very aggressive dink there from Eric. I might also, if I'm them, actually push Ben to attack out of the air with that backhand.
Yeah, Ben had to take a couple steps there to hit the dink. So as long as they have Gabe and Ben moving around that kitchen line and not standing still, I think they can start to find different spots to attack.
Yeah, and I mean, Dylan's biggest strength is his hands in front of Ben as well, so. Gabe with the hammer, finish that one off.
4-1-1.
Liner. That's so good for Gabe.
Inside out backhand flick.
I mean, Gabe can take that shot. I don't know if I have any say up here, but if I have any say, can we get a replay of that one? Because Gabe can take that absolutely anywhere. It's unbelievable.
It's a great shot.
Dylan has to cover the middle in that sort of situation, right? And so Gabe able to take that cross-body Dylan with the backhand flick. Hard to understate how difficult that shot is. Shot from Gabe. Gabe is cooking. Eric points up to us in the booth saying that that's going out, which most likely was. And I think that's another thing that we could see from Dylan and Eric. Make your opponents make those decisions, right? I would love to see a, not a full bag, but some more full sends, meaning like attacking very hard through the body of Ben and Gabe, not really trying to make that ball in the court, but just trying to get that ball on them sooner. Because if there's one wrap on Gabe, he's not somebody that lets the ball go tremendously. So
that's a good point.
Might be something to try here as well. I'd say that's got to be the only knock on Gabe. I mean, sometimes the third shots can go cold, I suppose, but I'm nitpicking.
I think they're playing a near-perfect match so far.
Yeah, I'm honest. I'm feeling for Eric and Dylan here because
I think they're playing some great ball. It's just really tough to convert.
15 seconds. Remaining 3 challenge. Receiver 0. Server 1. Time in. 6-1-2.
6-1-2 here.
Wow.
Oh man, more great defense. Unbelievable. These guys can't catch a break on offense.
Yeah, I think they were trying to find the hard angle there. It was the right move. You got to get some angles down, but fortunately just missed that one. That was a crazy get from Gabe.
Right out.
All right, now or never for Eric and Dylan here.
That one lands in as well.
I think that goes in. Now I guess another slight wrap on Ben and Gabe is occasionally they can lose focus just around this time of the match. So this is where Eric and Dylan got to take advantage. And I don't know, these guys are looking pretty dialed in. There's no daydreaming over on that side right now.
They both still have mixed doubles matches, Ben and Gabe that is. So I bet they would want to wrap this up as soon as possible to rest. These are some long pickleball days we're having out here.
Yep, I can think about what Ben's probably saying to himself. Let's win this match, let's win mixed, let me go get some nice Cantonese food over here, or some traditional Vietnamese food, and we'll get out of here. And he's playing like it.
A little ambitious, but he was, he can afford to do that at this point.
And he's feeling it. Eric's firing up Dylan.
There it is.
There we go. Is that a first put away from these boys?
Clean winner overhead.
3-7-1.
There we go. All right. Hey, listen to this. We've got Vietnamese crowds getting fired up. Eric on scenes always does such a good job of that here in Asia as well, whether it was Da Nang last year or Malaysia. He wants a little love. And you can hear it here too. Vietnam wants these guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
4-7-2.
4-7-2.
Side out.
Going inside out, getting Eric a little jammed up.
It's interesting. Dylan hasn't gone down Ben's line with that one yet. He's gone to that forehand spot every time, and Ben's sitting on it. Or he's gone at Gabe, and Gabe's sitting at it.
Great job giving Ben. Ooh, 8. Rally.
I cannot believe I'm standing up here. Brutal foot fault miss. Let's get a replay of this, guys. We're not going to get a replay, but that's rough. Oh, okay, here we go. Maybe I'll eat it. Here we go. Let's see. Okay, you could argue that he dragged. I don't think so, but...
Great point nonetheless.
Yeah, right. Unbelievable point. Oh, no way. Stop. It blows the ball over. That actually works.
That's going to be really loud.
Stop.
Still going.
Looks like he almost touched it, huh? I mean, that thing moved like crazy after he did that.
8-4-2.
Someone's clipping that on Instagram.
That's going on my top 5 plays of the week for sure. Eric tries to sell the call.
Tough here too when we only get one timeout / video challenge versus 2 in the US.
Well, I think they changed it to one challenge and 1 free timeout, right? Or 1 free challenge. I don't know the terminology. I thought it was 1 in the States as well now. It's been a little bit since I played on center court.
Yeah, in the U.S. it's 1 timeout, 1 free challenge / 45-second timeout if you want to take it. But here, I think they're only doing 1.
Oh, so you only get 1 challenge or timeout.
Yes, one over the other.
Got it. All right, well, that brings us to match point. Should have used it, apparently.
Not
fired up about that bounce.
Results in a side out. Eric wants a couple more here.
4-10-1.
Good spot there from Gabe.
Way to get it down.
I like the drive and crash, but it is a little bit more difficult. I don't know what you found, but it's a little more difficult to actually sort of shape this ball, get that ball to dip sometimes.
I 100% agree. My balls in general are a little flatter than most, and so I definitely found myself having to put extra topspin on just to get the ball over the net and down to shape it.
Yeah, my balls are typically a little shapier, and I was struggling with that this time around too. Anyways, we got match here for Gabe and Ben. Honestly, Eric and Dylan did not do anything wrong here. Ben and Gabe playing at 100% of their level, and that was very, very impressive.
See you guys tomorrow for the bronze medal match. All right.
We'll hear
They clinched their final, and now we have another men's doubles coming up right here against LJ and Tama, right?
LJ and Tama versus Hayden Patrickman and Federico Staksrud. I hope that's a better match than this one. Or better scoreline at least.
Better scoreline, a little more competitive. 2 and 4 really does not show how good the quality was,
I
for
agree.
sure.
It could have been
They will be back
like an
tomorrow
11,
for the gold medal
6
match.
at least.
But let's get
Okay.
Ben
We'll hear
and
from
Gabe
Ben and
here.
We are
Gabe.
going to sign off for this one, I think.
Just want to ask, is there any way we can avoid getting body bagged by that backhand flick of yours?
Yeah, that's a tough question. I mean, if you lifted it high enough, it's going to be hard to, get it back. But, I mean, I don't know. That's a tough question. I don't want to be cocky. So, I mean, I'm sure there's ways. There's great players. People like Hayden and, many more that have great hands. So it's not always easy to get a body back.
All right, thank you so much, Ben. Lots of exciting rallies in that match. How do you rate your and Gabe's performance in that one?
Yeah, honestly, I think that was the first match this tournament where I feel like both of us are really satisfied with how we played. I thought we played both very solid, made our drops, we got in a lot, and then played aggressive at the lines, good hands points, some good scrappy points. So definitely a performance that all around you can be satisfied with. So yeah, going to the next one, I'm feeling good.
Everyone got the treat with a tweener from you. How'd you like that tweener? Very rare these days.
Yeah, no, I got a little bit lucky because it kind of bounced on the kitchen line. I think Dylan was surprised by a skid, and I got an air out of it. I was just hoping to get back into the point, but sometimes when it's over your head and you got a little bit of a lead, you can go for flashy stuff.
Yeah, all right. And heading into tomorrow's gold medal match, what's the mindset? What do you think needs to be done to get that gold tomorrow, Gabe?
Yeah, I think the mindset is stay loose. Don't think about it way too much. If you overthink it, you pretend to get tight. I don't know. I just want to focus on playing the best I can, and hopefully that's good enough to get the title.
All right, thank you so much. Hanoi, your men's doubles finalists, Ben Johns and Gabe Tardio.
Okay, before they go, of course, they gotta launch some balls for you guys. So, Gabriel, why don't you go ahead and grab your paddles for me?
All right, so next up after this match, we have
let's have some
Tama and
autograph
Jonathan
ball
Trong
from Ben Johns.
against Federico Staksrud and Hayden Patrickman. That'll be another great men's doubles match here coming up, so stay tuned, and we're going to sign off here for just a sec.
Yep, you can go
Bring
ahead
that one
and
back
launch
to you
that into
afterwards.
the audience. Okay, and there you go, Gabriel. And the winners, the person who gets the balls, will get a Buckle's paddle One more. One more. Ở đâu ạ? Khán giả ở đâu ạ? And one last one with your autograph, Gabriel. One last one with your autograph on it. Thank you so much. Vâng ạ, một trái bóng cuối cùng, trái bóng có chữ ký của Gabriel Tadeo. Alright, thank you so much. Xin chúc mừng tất cả những vị khán giả may mắn một lần nữa. It's Ben Jones and Gabriel Tadeo. Và kính thưa quý vị, trận đấu tiếp theo một trận đấu đôi nam, bán kết đôi nam vô cùng kịch tính với sự hội tụ của các PPA Pros. Chúng ta có Hayden Patricken, Federico Satsu, Jonathan Chung, and Tamashima Bukuro on the next match. We'll see you shortly. Ok. Khán giả tại cung Điền Kinh Mỹ Đình ơi, chúng ta hãy làm nóng bầu không khí này để chuẩn bị chào đón các tay vợt cho vòng bán kết đôi nam nào. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready. Get ready to welcome our players for the men's doubles semifinals. First up is Tamashima Bukuro and Jonathan Chung from the USA. Và cặp đấu đầu tiên đó chính là Tamashima Bukuro và Jonathan Chung.
Second semifinal of the PPA Asia 1000 MB Hanoi Cup. It's Jonathan Trong and Tamashima Bukuro against Federico Staksrud and Hayden Patrick. And we got some top-notch commentary for you, courtesy of Zane Avertel and Alex Strong. Take it away, guys.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody.
Stoked to be here. This is a good time. Good last match with Ben Johns and Gabe Tardio against Eric and Dylan. We're hoping for something a little bit more competitive. I think we will. LJ and Tama are playing good ball. Good enough ball to beat me and Nam a couple days ago. So just saying, I think this is going to be another good match.
Yeah, no, they are such a fun young team to watch. Somebody here in the comments asked, does Alex have a favorite team on this match? Yeah, I think it's a little obvious, but nonetheless, I think it's going to be a very, very exciting match. I love watching Hayden and Federico as well. Great energy between the two of them, good chemistry, but also just two extremely creative players, Hayden from the left side and Federico on the right side. Then you have LJ Trong and Tama Shimabukuro, who were trying to figure out which side they wanted to play, respectively, before this tournament. Yeah.
I never would have thought. I would have thought LJ. I thought that would have just been a done deal. I thought LJ loves the right and Tama likes the left.
I've been saying for the longest time that I think LJ would be a high-level right side guy, just because he has minimal footwork but incredible hands, and then can work on a forehand speed up, and it would develop him into a great right side player. But Tama, you know, we traditionally see him on the left side. But anyway, more recently, we've seen LJ play more left side. So they were kind of thinking about which side should we play. And then I think one day during warm-ups, LJ won an epic hands battle against Tama, and he was like, yep, no, I'm playing right side, done deal. So I think that's how that came to be.
Well, I think they ended in a good spot here. I think that actually playing against LJ, he really reminds me of Gabe from a few years ago. I mean, he's got that nasty backhand punch, very creative from the forehand side, not quite as wristy or quite yet, but still a lot of the same traits as Gabe over there. And, you know, if you're going to model your game off of a right side guy,
that's the guy to do it.
Yeah, for sure. Just not if you're an amateur. Do not copy Gabe if you are an amateur. You'll break your wrists, elbows, shoulders, and every other body part that you have.
He is definitely a tough player to replicate and learn from, although he is so much fun to watch. I feel like Gabe has a very one-of-one style. There's not too many people that you can compare to Gabe, so it is fun to see the development of LJ.
All right, so Alex, I did not know this until like half an hour ago. Mm-hmm. Why do they call him LJ? His name's Jonathan. What are you guys doing? Yeah,
so my dad's name is John, and my brother's name is Jonathan. So LJ is Little John, and so kind of that over time that nickname kind of just became more natural.
I kind of just like Little John. Shout out.
It's a fun flow.
Well, it's cool to see Fed and Hayden back together as well. They obviously played all of last year pretty much together. I think they played exclusively together last year. Had a solid year, but decided to split it up this year. Now Hayden playing with Christian, and then Fed playing with Andre. Fed switching over to the right as well, like we saw with him and Hayden at the end of last year. So interesting partnership, and obviously they have plenty of chemistry that comes back pretty quickly, but they did have a couple of matches that they struggled with early on, or maybe, you know, waltzed through. Who knows?
Yeah, the development of right side Federico has been a fun one to watch as well. I think, you know, towards the end of last year, he kind of recognized that he could work on certain things, such as his forehand speed up from the right side. That could be a little bit more complementary to Hayden's left side game. And Hayden has, in my opinion, the best footwork in the pickleball game. So I just love watching him on the left versus the right.
Interesting. Good read there from Hayden. That is one thing that we picked up playing against them in the round of 16, maybe, is Tama really likes that inside-out forehand. Hayden looking from that from the very first point.
I'm loving the scenes here in Hanoi. The crowd's starting to fill in all the seats.
Skylob goes just long. Yeah, you mentioned that. You know, early on this week, people were talking about crowd sizes and whatnot, and we noticed that in Da Nang last year. Not a tremendous amount of people there, you know, Thursday, Friday, but come the weekend, these guys show up. We've got the entire upper section filled out over here already. Great flick there. Nice shot there from Tama. He gets his elbow up so high to drop the ball down low. He can really go anywhere with that shot. It's very, very snappy. Does seem like that's his preferred shot. He's not taking quite as many risks with that forehand side.
I think Tama does a great job looking for balls to take out of the air, whether it be a dink or that flick. So I think that's why his flick has been so good, just because he's always looking for it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, you have to.
Tama tends to have short hop dinks versus the step back. Good pressure there from Hayden and Fed on their fourths.
Great hands.
Ooh. Wow. Good power there from Tama.
102.
Good stuff from Hayden. Gets that just far enough. Obviously, you see Jonathan sitting on his backhand there. If that's right at the body, Hayden is eating that one, but he put it just on the forehand side, just for Fed to clunk a third.
0-2-1.
Ooh, missed drop shot opportunity from Hayden. We saw him doing that a lot yesterday, particularly in his mixed doubles match, just because he knew that the ball would die short as soon as it bounced. So I think he may look for those as well. As long as he makes them, they'll be pretty tough to get.
He does love that drop shot play. And here's the thing. I feel like it infrequently works. Less than 50% of the time. However, it's really a setup play for the next ones, because when you're playing defense, and especially on courts like this, you can camp out 10 feet behind the baseline and you'll never be able to put the ball away against that team. But when Hayden keeps you honest with those drop shots, your defensive position becomes 2 feet behind the baseline, and then those overheads from Hayden and Fed become so much more effective because they've changed your positioning. So it's really an investment shot early on with those drop shots, even though it doesn't work more than 50% of the time, in my opinion. Great hands from Jonathan. Oh no, Tama, don't do him like that.
LJ loves that backhand slide. Very similar to how a female would slide. However, it's with his one hand and guards his body really well. But I love the attack look from Hayden there from his backhand.
Jonathan, your older brother, younger brother?
Younger brother. By 2 years.
3-2. Repeat the score again.
We
got a tight one so far.
Her microphone keeps cutting out 3 times in a row on the third number of the score. Weird. That's the shot right there from Jonathan that reminds me of Gabe. And that's why we love watching Hayden. You might not have loved that at your brother, but I thought it was fun.
Hayden likes to instill some fear into his opponents pretty early to give him different looks throughout the game. The variety is insane.
Yeah, Hayden not afraid to send that ball into the third row of the stands, but for the most part, the other players seem to get in the way of those shots, unfortunately. That's another thing that Hayden does early on alongside the drop shot. That's an investment shot.
Great hands battle there. Obviously, LJ keeps sliding towards his sideline, trying to get a backhand on it rather than a forehand, but he did initiate that point with the forehand speed up. That looks very similar to Gabe's with that backswing.
Yeah, he's mini Gabe. I'm telling you.
Nice.
Combo there from Tama. Puts it away with authority.
When LJ first started playing pickleball, Gabe was the player that he watched the most.
That checks out.
Yeah. Wow, great combo there. 1-2 punch from LJ Trong on that backhand side. I mean, what can you say more than that? It was a great combo.
You like this guy, huh?
You know, big fan.
5-4-1.
It's very good compact power from that backhand side. We got 6-4. A little surprised for no
2-point
timeout
lead.
here.
Hopefully they can take advantage of that. I do think the beauty. Oh, it worked there. That drop shot, so smart. I do think the beauty of the partnership between LJ and Tama is that LJ can just be a very steady right side guy from the midcourt to baseline. To make their way in as a team, and then as soon as they're up at the kitchen line, he has those counters, and he's ready for anything that Tama would want to speed up out of the air.
For sure, yeah.
The coverage between the two of them is really, really fun to watch.
He really locks down that right side for sure.
As does Fed.
Well, that's an out call. I think we're going to get a challenge here. Or maybe we're not getting a challenge.
Maybe.
I think we're getting a challenge.
Yeah,
I think that was worth a challenge. But who knows where the heck these cameras are.
Referee timeout. We've got a challenge on the out call.
This is a shot that is absolutely impossible for us to call from up here, and I don't think we're going to have a camera angle that supports it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have all of the controversy of the Hong Nam Lee thing. We wouldn't have anything for me to talk about. So, yeah, I can't imagine that there's some other. Oh, this angle is great. How come we can't use this angle? What is going on? This would almost certainly show whether something like that is in or out.
The zoom-in feature isn't all that great, though.
Yeah, fair enough.
But obviously, we're seeing the development of pickleball come to Asia and Vietnam. I have no doubt that in the near future, PPA Tour Asia will have the same technology that the U.S. has regarding the cameras on the lines. And
yeah, obviously, I think that's pretty important. Especially, we're playing for 300,000 USD this tournament.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, I could use that for sure.
Yeah, this is our livelihood. Every match does matter. So when we have tough calls on match point.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, that's not going to help us very much.
Very tough to see.
Yeah,
could be in, could be out.
I don't even know. There's no. Well, weird. Hey, look, there is actually a camera directly on that line. You see that?
I think that's a media camera.
Huh. But you see the one right on the baseline on the scoreboard?
Oh, that's got to be a camera.
It has to be. Show us. Release the files, PPA Asia. Come on.
You got two of them. One on each side of the...
So maybe they do have the equipment. What's going on here? We did see actually at the end of Fed's singles match with Hien Trung that we had a sideline camera that clearly showed, well, not clearly, it was a very, very close call that I think was in. So there was a camera on that line, different line here, of course, but we're looking at it. It looks like there's cameras over there. So
in general, it's really, really tough to call balls. Fed could have called the ball out a little early as well.
I think it was Hayden that made the call.
Oh, was it? Oh, the ball was overturned. Okay.
Yeah, so the call is overturned.
Loss of challenge.
We would all love to see what they're seeing.
Simply 8-4-2.
8-4-2. Tama and LJ hold a pretty good sized lead.
Finally, 8-4-2.
Well, it's not the size of the lead, it's what you do with it. So
Absolutely.
It's unfortunate.
We've got to make thirds. Nice return.
Nice return onto Fed's backhand.
Wow, Tamo's all over that.
Oh man, Tama read that perfectly.
I love the way that Fed makes his way into the kitchen line, though. It's so seamless.
It's methodical.
It's a great word.
In a positive way, methodical.
Yes. There's that backhand slide again from LJ. Lob.
Just catches the sideline.
Oh!
He's on that backhand counter. He's 2 big counters missed there where they were clobbering that shot.
6-8-1.
The lob recovery.
Good put away there from Jonathan.
Because the ball is a tidbit slower, Hayden and Fed's lob recovery that I've been watching throughout the week has been awesome. They can run back quick enough.
Get out of his way, Fed.
Oh! Electric point, electric point.
Good stuff there. Hayden, he gets in those hands battles and he just keeps going, which is normally a pretty positive trait, but there he just overextended himself a little bit, opened it up. We got 8-6 back.
That's good.
They're liking that pattern. Jonathan's sliding
I love the slide.
all
yeah.
over him.
And then Tom is just there to fill in the middle. Very traditional. I like it a lot.
We'll see if Hayden adjusts. I'd be surprised if he doesn't take a few more Tama's direction on those flicks. Ooh, the thirds.
As I was mentioning in earlier matches, I think once you're late in these games, the importance of just executing the third shot becomes so much greater than the beginning of the games, in my opinion.
Good speed up there. We got hands up there from Hayden, not loving it, but I mean, that's a great shot one way or another, and you're so right. You know, a lot of these Major League Pickleball matches where we have stats on that are really determined by who arrives at the kitchen higher.
We got a game point.
Betty not loving it. Ooh. A little no paddle tap action there. I don't think there's any. Is there beef over here that we don't know about?
Could be, but I think it's just the drama of all the referees and the line calls and all that nonsense, but
I can see it. little frustration there from Fed. I don't think he's taking that out on Tama and Jonathan. I don't know how you could have beef with Tama or Jonathan, to be honest.
I know, two very mellow human beings just playing some good pickleball. They love playing, they love watching pickleball, and obviously they're very happy to be here in the semifinals against a great team in Hayden and Federico. So to take that game number 1, that's a huge advantage.
So Hayden, we have over here doing some sort of signaling, body language. I don't know what's going on over there. He had his hand up for a little bit. I think these guys just need to settle in and find some. What's going on?
LG and Tama watching the big screen back on their match replays.
1 minute.
In the middle of the match. They're admiring
this is just kids
themselves.
having fun out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Hayden and Fed just need to settle in a little bit. I think Hayden is slightly over-aggressive. Jonathan been doing a great job of shutting down some of Hayden's favorite spots. I'd imagine we see Hayden go for a couple more crossbody flicks as well, Tama's direction, because not working on Jonathan.
Yeah, I think, that pattern we were talking about with LJ shutting down Hayden's speed ups from down the line and then Tama there to fill in the middle, that triangle was what was working for Tama and LJ. So if Hayden and Federico can expose maybe the left side of Tama's body a little bit more, maybe that would work in their favor. I love Tama's footwork.
Ooh, we just missed
out.
That lob. Yeah, Tama is very deceptively quick. Doesn't ever look like he's moving that fast, but the guy gets everything in singles. Oh, what a get from Fed. He missed it. He missed it. Jonathan, nobody's going to accuse him of a hook on that one.
0-0-2.
That's how it should be.
Great attack, yeah, out of the air with the forehand.
That's just a full speed one too, right? That's the one where you're not particularly worried about keeping that ball in the court.
Not in particular, no. Even if it did come back, I think Tama's ready for that second shot.
There we go, on cue. Yep. There's a little bit of that.
Hayden taking that cross court rather than down the middle or down the line.
Yeah, because Jonathan's sliding, like we've talked about, really locks down anything on his backhand side, but Tama really has to come over towards the middle and exposes him a little bit more.
Ooh.
So I think that's a good pro adjustment there from Hayden. I'd imagine we see a little bit more of that.
0-0-1.
Shot there from Fed.
That was great footwork to get past the post and a clean ATP.
Not an easy one either because he's moving so far backwards as well. I think Fed just missed it. That's a good pull from Tama, but I think Fed has the best ATPs in pickleball. Who would you put ahead of him?
2-0-1.
That's a great question. Obviously, I think Ben is up there. I don't think I've seen Ben miss an ATP, particularly on the backhand side.
I just find that Fed creates them out of nowhere. You hit a regular dink and like all of a sudden Fed's hitting an ATP on you.
You can see it.
He curls it. Oh, there we go.
Great hands from Hayden Patriquin. Just so fast twitch. It's impressive.
3-0-2.
Rio.
There it is again.
He got it. Oh, they're calling him a foot fault. Okay, this referee on the left called a foot fault. The other referee is waving her off. Let's get a replay. Can we get a? Oh yes, look at that. All right, let's see. Ooh, first referee is correct, I think.
Oh, but it resulted in a side out because the ball was in.
Yeah. No. Fed touched it.
Oh, did he? Okay.
I think. Silly move there from Hayden.
0-3-2.
They can get their first point in the second game.
Hayden with a little bit of net love there. I think LJ's got to be very careful taking that and redirecting it down Hayden's line because obviously he's so lethal with that flick.
Backhand flick, yeah.
LJ, I think, is used to sort of baiting people with that shot, right? Even if he pops it up a little bit, he's in great position to counter with his backhand that he loves.
He loves to trust his hands.
I think that probably works on everybody, but Hayden and Ben.
Dink pattern off of LJ. That short hop is so good.
Is that not a push off as well? Ooh,
Out.
just off. Okay. Nice point there.
.302.
Just misses that one. There we go. That's the one that he finally gets all the way across LJ's body, and he just put it wide.
.031.
And this place is now officially packed.
Can't imagine what tomorrow would look like.
Yeah, there's one section up here in this huge stadium that's empty, and that's just because there's a huge barrier where you can't even see.
Yeah, obstruction ticket view.
Ooh.
Oh, just missed it, but I love the little
The shimmy.
deception.
It's giving Riley Newman. Camera people, if I have any say up here, you guys got to pan to the fans over in the stadium a little bit here. Show some people. Yeah, show everybody that we got over here. I don't know if anybody actually even listens to this from that, to be honest. But I said some stuff earlier and they listened, so I don't know. All right, we got 4-0-1 for Hayden and Fed. Finding a little bit of rhythm here.
What a dink. That is something that Tama does super well, though, is neutralizing such heavy dinks from his opponents, particularly cross-court. So Hayden had an unreal 2E topspin dink that went cross-court, but Tama just short-hopping and able to keep his defensive dink shallow and unattackable.
Yeah, and that short hop is generally not something you want to do if you have the option to, but it is so effective at cutting a very aggressive ball off just like that, right?
Absolutely.
Now, I don't think you should generally be choosing to short hop, right? If you have the time, you should be giving yourself space, taking that ball out in front of you, taking it near its peak. However, cut off angles and on some of those defensive dinks, it's the only thing that you can do, and Tama did it really, really effectively.
It is something that I'm still learning and observing, especially moving towards the women's game, just because everybody's trying to develop a poke or a flick, taking things out of the air. So if you're more on the line positioned and you're trying to look for things out of the air, if you happen to get caught with a heavy dink and it comes towards your feet, you're short hopping versus giving yourself that space to hit a better dink back. But it's just something to work on footwork-wise. I think that's why Hayden's dinks are so lethal, because he has such fast footwork to be able to give himself a heavy dink, but also look for out-of-the-air attacks.
Yeah, I also can hardly ever think of a time where I've seen Hayden short hopping. He always gives himself that space.
Exactly. So it is a fine balance between, do you want to stand at the line and look for out-of-the-air opportunities, or do you want to stand a little off the line to hit some more penetrating dinks?
All right, timeout, not particularly effective here. We're at 6:02. Hayden and Fed finding some rhythm till that one, obviously. But let's see what Jonathan and Tom can give back to him.
Insane angle.
Second serve. 062.
Way to close after that. Tama read that cross court very well. Good attack, and Hayden closed right in afterwards. So quick laterally.
There it is again, the cross-court flick.
Yeah,
catches Tama by
everywhere.
the body. Yeah, now he's kind of toying with them on those flicks, picking his
he's-
spot really well.
He's going everywhere. Missed a couple to Jonathan's forehand by just a little bit, but he's got the spots dialed in now.
There he is, back-to-back shots at the body of each Tama and LJ. They just need to stop here and get the ball back.
Hayden's feeling it. Yeah, I'd give Fed some balls right now. He's not going to miss, but give Hayden a chance to cool off. Sky lob from Jonathan.
I don't mind it, just got to be more shallow.
More in the court.
Yeah, at least make him play.
Nice shot.
Good recovery.
Another lob. That one came out of nowhere from Fed. Ugh.
Yeah, it was like a short hop lob. That was nice. Game point the other way.
Good recovery there. Good comeback there from Fed and Hayden. Catching some rhythm. I think Tama and LJ need to take the initiative again. This
I agree.
game was completely dictated by Hayden, and you just can't let Hayden dictate. Hayden is at his best when he's dictating, at his worst when the other team is dictating, right? We see that when they're playing their mixed doubles finals against Ben and Annalee. When Hayden is hunting, he is unbelievable. And so I think you've got to take it to Hayden, as much of a difficult task as that is, before he takes it to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Hayden was picking his flick shots, his flick spots super well in that second game, which was a great adjustment from game one. In the first game, Tama and LJ were on those counters, so even though Hayden is picking different spots, if they can kind of give themselves the time to read those balls and counter well again, I think it becomes a more even match.
Yeah, definitely. I think the team that is the more aggressive right now is the team that's generally winning these points.
Right. We had a good amount of hands battles too, so we just got to initiate it first if you're Tama and LJ.
All right, so Alex, have you guys been able to do anything outside of the tournament here in Hanoi?
A lot of spa days.
A lot of spa days.
$4 hair washes. You got to get your nails done. Even you, Zane, get a little pedicure. Oh, yeah?
I got a pedicure, don't worry.
Okay. You and Jenny having a nice time?
Yeah, we're having a good time.
I love that.
Yeah, we celebrated our 2-year anniversary.
Oh,
on
congratulations!
Monday, so, yeah, thank you. We're heading to Halong Bay and then Sapa after this before heading to Sacramento.
Okay.
So,
busy
all
schedule.
Yep. So we've had a great time here. Always do. Lots of great food. Some buncha.
Buncha. Yeah. There's a spot here actually in Hanoi. I don't know if you've heard, but Obama went to visit this restaurant and they sealed off the table that he was sitting at. And his utensils and his tables are like in a glass like dome, as if it was a museum exhibit.
I feel like I heard that, yeah.
Yeah. It's on my TikTok For You page. So I think my dad and I are going to go discover that spot in the near future, the next couple days. But here we go, game 3. Oh.
What is going on?
What was that? Yeah.
These guys...
Yeah, Hayden was absolutely not ready for that. I don't know. Threw his hands up in the air as soon as Fed hit the serve.
Now, what's interesting is these guys, all 4 players on the court, are okay letting this go. Also, the referee has no idea what's going on around what they're doing. They're all saying to redo it. They are not going to let them redo this. Okay, never mind.
Replay by all 4 players is an honest call.
Yeah, that's how it should be. They don't let us do that in the States. We cannot request a replay. But
or to just stop the point in the middle of the point, you know?
Yeah. Don would hit us with the no.
There we go. LJ initiated that speed up first, was ready for the combination.
002.
I think they were listening to us on their 2-minute break. They probably tuned out the pedicure part. Ooh, very tricky lob there. It was honestly lower than Federico was probably expecting. He pounds his leg a little bit right there.
A little net love. I know it's going to frustrate Hayden and Federico.
Come on, Hayden. Hayden gets as many net cords as anybody else. That guy can't be complaining about it. It only helps a good shot. My buddy Tony May in Chicago used to say that.
This aggression, I love it. Oh, wide! He missed it wide!
And everybody's pointing at Tama, too.
Over it.
Well, I guess he foot faulted as well, because Hayden's pointing at the foot fault, the ref's pointing at the foot fault. He lost that point.
So much fun play, though.
Look at this. This is still a great move. Tama taking a lot more space.
They're getting their feet moving really well. You may be able to hear the footwork of all the players. I know Tom was hunting right now for...
That's a crazy ATP.
I did not think that was there.
Here comes another.
No way. Two ATPs literally like out of nowhere.
Those did not even look like they were there. But Federico extends the window that you can hit because he's able to curl that ball more than anybody else. So he gives himself an extra 6 inches of margin through spin on those shots.
That is very impressive. And hard to execute.
Unbelievably difficult too.
Just because you're moving backwards?
I'm liking my call as Federico with best ATPs on tour.
Okay.
Leave us a comment if you got somebody else who's better at ATPs.
Connor Garnett has a good 2E.
Connor curls the 2E very nicely. He also uses it a little bit too much. He misses too many of those. Come on, Fed. That's an easy ATP. Good combo there.
Great combination. I love the snap down that both Tama and LJ have on their backhands right now. They know that they can't necessarily put the ball away clean, but using a little bit extra wrist if possible just to get some oomph onto their shot. What an overhead.
Nicely done. That was super awkward. I mean, if we can get a replay of that, it was so low, and Federico had to reestablish his feet after pushing off. Very impressive. Anna Lee over there on the grandstand court.
Throwing out balls to fans.
Some balls. I want one. 1-2, and so far this game, team initiating is winning these points.
ATP opportunity there for Hayden, but couldn't get there necessarily quick enough. The ball was kind of rolling past where he was running. It was a good look, though.
Yeah, you got to pull that. That's just a nice shot from Tama.
Absolutely.
That's a shot where Tama knows he is giving an ATP, but he's giving an ATP on his own terms. If you can make your opponent hit a very difficult ATP, that's not a bad deal, right? He knew that Hayden was going to be able to do it, but even then, even if he made it, I think LJ is in good position to defend that one. That was a little bit of a full bag attempt there, huh? Going right at him, misses that by about 15 feet. I like it, Tama.
3-2-2.
A little bit of a reach. Shutting down that backhand body shot by LJ Trong down the line. It's just too pretty.
I think Hayden rocketed that first one. I think Hayden's was a full body shot too. I think that was going to go 10 feet out. LJ's just all over it.
Honestly, LJ has a little difficulty letting out balls go out in the U.S. just because he's so ready for that backhand.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, the guys who have the quickest backhand punches typically are the ones that are not
hitting out balls.
Yeah, that are not leaving quite as many shots. Also, Hayden just got a warning, probably slightly overdue, I would guess. I can only imagine what's being said out there.
He's still dialed.
That calls him off that one, but he hits it.
Great Ernie from Hayden Patron. That was so pretty. Great execution. Read that really well. Picked a spot. Great pace. Cleared the kitchen.
3-3-2.
Second serve. Good coverage from Fed.
Oh, we've got a no chance there from Hayden. Tama going full body again, but I don't know if that was directed. Was that through the middle? Or
I think it was at the middle. And just kind of let it get away from him there.
Yeah, there's another one that was good 8 feet out.
Maybe indecision just because he did have the little shimmy move again. And so maybe looking to speed up, but then realizing the positioning of Fed and Hayden, so maybe backed off last second.
See that right off the line. Whenever you see these guys look like they just got shot, it's because a ball just hit the line, and these balls, these lines are very, very slick, and I don't know what's up with that.
Even the MB logo on center court is a little slick.
Yeah.
So even if you aim for that logo,
it's a good strategy.
Not a bad one. Sailing long. It's a good look from Fed. Maybe just overhit it a little bit too much. Still a tight game here in game 3. This is very entertaining.
Crunch time.
3-4-1.
Still early. Some risk to be taken. Some consistency to be had.
Good combo there from LJ. Even though he didn't finish it himself, he was all over it. Clips the tape on that second one and sets it up for Tama to finish. The aggressor is doing a good job in this match.
Great return, nearly hitting the baseline.
Ooh, that's tough too, because that put away goes right up the line and right on that center line and skids past Tama there. 4-4.
4-4-2.
Tama's all over that. Misses it just long.
4-4-1.
Yeah, Tama's struggling with that forehand a little bit. That's the third speed up that he's missed there. That backhand is so compact, so fast. That forehand looks like he's just sort of pushing it, just sort of trying to feel it, guide it a little bit. You got to snap through that shot.
I wouldn't mind seeing some forehand angles as well. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, baby. Now I'm liking this. Sorry, I know that's your brother, but
crowd
is
is
fired up.
Ooh. Everybody starts.
Am I supposed to be impartial up here or what? Like, can I? Because I'm a big fan of that.
I honestly am too, just because Hayden is used to it. Hayden's getting fired up right now.
Yeah, once he starts hitting you with the bangs, then it's usually not good news. All right, so we've got a side switch at 6-4-2. Good match so far. Again, like you said, Hayden getting fired up, Hayden getting into it, locking in.
Both Hayden and Fed probably hate that this is in a tight game 3 right now. But situation is what it is. Both teams playing some awesome pickleball. Crowd is loving it.
There's that angle again from Hayden. Very, very impressive.
Nasty. Hayden is one of the most explosive players on tour as well.
I'd probably put him as the most on the men's side. At least the way that he moves, like fast twitch. Like, I don't know who I would consider to be more explosive.
He has to make up for his size, and he does it so well.
Yeah, the movement is, I mean, just everything fast twitch. Everything is twitchy. Again, that's another thing that I feel like I wouldn't emulate as a beginner amateur player. You want to have, especially on the dinks, a little bit slower, a little bit longer strokes to feel the ball. But once you get up to that 5-0, 5-5, 6-0 level, starting to compact and being a little bit more fast twitch, I think is super important. All right, 6-4-2 here.
Again, I think LJ and Tama need to start dictating. He's on that.
I actually am preferring it when LJ is taking those topspin dinks rather than those more passive slice dinks.
I agree.
When he's dictating, it just looks like he's about to speed that ball up and opens the court a little more.
LJ speeding up down Hayden's line. Tama knows the ball's going to be coming back to either LJ or the middle. Tama's there to fill with his forehand. Beautiful construction.
4-7-1.
Earns the side out at 4-7-1.
Second serve. 4-7-2.
Ooh, I like that pull though from LJ.
I don't mind it.
Angle, that's tough, especially scoreline. But you have to take that offense. Unfortunately, he misses it in the net.
My dad's sitting on LJ's bench, is stressing out right now. So tight.
Much more difficult to watch than play.
I agree. It can get tense sometimes, but so much fun watching all four players.
Shot there from Tama. 4-7-2.
7-4-2.
Not as big of a fan with LJ cutting these cross-court dinks.
I like that topspin dink. Great defense. You know where LJ gets his dinks from?
Where?
J.W. Johnson.
Oh, no.
Also another... Well, I do think that J.W. is also another one-of-one player, has very unique style. Hard to emulate, but, you know, I tell LJ I do think that the topspin dink is a little more effective in today's game rather than the step-back scoop dink.
Yeah, which has its time, for sure.
but not to dictate.
Not to dictate, exactly. Fed is giving him those dead dinks. Like, I think he can be
put something
those.
more on it, absolutely.
Exactly. Especially because when he's speeding up,
lands in.
Goes in. I don't know what just happened. There we go.
There we go, yeah. Because even Thomas putting a little something on his dinks.
And you'll notice every time Jonathan does hit one of those topspin dinks, Federico bails out of the pattern, goes to Thomas' middle.
Yeah.
He doesn't want it with LJ in those topspin dink exchanges. Oh, great move from Hayden, just overcooked it.
Yeah, that's a great look. I love that he's hunting there in the middle. He'll get the opportunities that he wants. He just has to kind of make the play. But they've been stuck at 7-4/4-7 for a couple side outs now.
4-7-1.
These young bucks got to convert and kind of make their way into the kitchen.
Young bucks, how old are you?
I'm legal. LJ's at least legal here in Vietnam. Thomas not.
I'll refrain from commenting on that one.
5-7-2.
They earn a point though.
Ooh.
He's on that. He's just got to stop his feet. He's kind of moving in a little too quick on that counter.
It rushed through transition a little bit,
Exactly.
but he trusted Thomas drops so much, which I would too.
Yeah, respect to that.
Nice play there. That's Gabe-esque, right? Not too many people have too much offense from the backhand on the right side, like Jonathan, like Gabe Tardio there. Love that play. Honestly, love the fact that they clunked paddles there too. Like, it's a bad timing, but I appreciate the fact that they're both being aggressive and covering that middle. It's a much better error than being passive.
Hayden and Fed at this point are doing a great job at just, again, seamlessly making their way into the kitchen.
Putting pressure on them every single point. 9-5-2 here.
A 4-point lead.
I would like to see them maybe use a timeout there.
Same, I'm not too sure why they didn't.
Point.
10-5.
They'll use it here, though, on match point.
Yeah, that's the one. He winds up. I like that wind up. I like that topspin dink, but he takes it. He bails out of the pattern that time. Goes to Hayden's backhand, and that's a tough spot to go to.
10-5-2, 1 minute.
Timeout taken. Hopefully they can just make one stop. Get the ball back. Zane, I feel like the scoreline of this third game could be a little higher. You know, right now it's 10-5, but I feel like we have a 10-8 match right now.
Feels close, yeah, of course. I mean, it's good play all around. A little bit of momentum swings. I just feel like the difference being Hayden and Fed getting into the kitchen pretty much every time.
Exactly.
LJ and Tama throwing in a couple of random misses, a couple of sprayed forehands in the first half of that, and that's really the difference. You can never go wrong if you're listening at home with working on your kitchen arrival. That doesn't mean just working on third shots. Third shots are only a portion of the equation. It's what you do with your fifth and your seventh getting in, right? So kitchen arrival is huge. It's what really decides matches, that and hands battles. All right, match point here. Hate to see it end like that.
I love the look by Tama, but, you know, Fed a slide of his own on that backhand side.
All right, so we've got a good match in the finals. I believe that Federico and Hayden were actually the last team to beat Ben Johns and Gabe Tardio together.
At Worlds.
Worlds last year.
Right.
So they have not lost since. Let's see tomorrow whether we can get that upset once again. Ben and Gabe having not lost at all this year, but nice plan from Jonathan and Tama. A little bit better from Hayden and Fed completing the comeback. But I think that we are going to sign off, let Sadelf give the interview down there, and appreciate anybody listening to us blabber about pickleball. Alex, it was a good time.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Stay tuned for the mixed doubles matches to come up. Zane, it's been a pleasure.
It's been real.
Let's hope that we can do this again sometime.
Absolutely.
Deuces.
And some hats from Hayden as well. That's some beautiful toss. All right, to the interview.
That was quite the throw, Fed. Congratulations, Hayden and Federico, through to the final of your mixed doubles here in the MB Hanoi Cup. Fed, just talk about what changed for you guys after losing game number 1 to Tama and Jonathan.
I think we just had to trust our game. I think that a couple unlucky breaks that didn't go away, and then we played a great game 2, and then yeah, again game 3 wasn't the greatest, but still good enough to get the win. So happy with that.
Hayden, just wanted to get your thoughts on the gold medal match tomorrow. Ben and Gabe on the other side, you and Fed. What will the fans expect in tomorrow's gold medal match?
You know, we never really played them before, so we'll see. Ben's a new player. I've never seen him. But no, we're going to have a great match.
All right. Thank you so much, Hayden. A lot of our fans here in Hanoi looking forward to that gold medal match tomorrow.
All right,
Congratulations.
Thank you. Well, before you go, some hats from Hayden Patrickin, and these are balls for them to get. Franklin paddles. One more. Maybe on the other side. Beautiful toss. And the hats from courtside fans. Courtside fans. Congratulations. Vâng, và chúc mừng những chủ nhân may mắn và những vị khán giả nào có 2 quả bóng vừa rồi mà Hayden vừa thoát thì sẽ tiến về quầy merchandise và nhận về chiếc vợt Franklin phiên bản giới hạn của Hayden giúp em nhá. Vâng, xin được chúc mừng tất cả quý vị. Và ngay bây giờ ít phút nữa thì hãy cùng đến với trận tiếp theo của trận đôi nam nữ. Với sự xuất hiện của cặp đôi đầu tiên đó chính là Emily Waters và Ben John và đối thủ của họ Tyra Hurricane Flag và Gabe Tadillo. Quý vị khán giả thân mến, không biết có quý vị khán giả nào ở khu vực phía sân trung tâm chúng ta có cầm nhầm chiếc vợt của Hayden Patrickin không ạ? Chúng ta vui lòng trả lại cho anh được không ạ? Vâng ạ, nếu có quý vị nào mà cầm nhầm thì vui lòng trả lại cho vận động viên giúp mình anh nhá. Ladies and gentlemen, if you just happen to pick up Hayden's paddle by mistake, please, he would love to have it back for his match tomorrow. Vâng ạ, Hayden vẫn còn một trận đấu ngày mai đâu quý vị ạ, cho nên là nếu chúng ta có lỡ cầm nhầm thì vui lòng hỗ trợ ban tổ chức gửi trả lại cho Hayden nha, anh ấy sẽ rất là trân trọng điều đó đấy ạ. Quý vị thân mến, quanh sân của chúng ta luôn luôn có những chiếc camera, cho nên nếu quý vị nào có cầm nhầm thì vui lòng hỗ trợ ban tổ chức gửi trả lại chiếc vợt dành cho vận động viên Hayden Patrick. Ban tổ chức xin chân thành cảm ơn ạ. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you just happen to pick it up by mistake, please help us to return the paddle to Hayden. We would truly appreciate it. Thank you guys. Quý vị thân mến, trận đấu cuối cùng ngày hôm nay sẽ là một trận đấu đôi nam nữ và Hayden Patrick sẽ một lần nữa trở lại sân đấu, cho nên nếu quý vị có giữ nhầm cây vợt của anh ấy thì vui lòng xin trả lại để Hayden có thể tập luyện, khởi động và sẵn sàng cho trận đấu cuối cùng ngày hôm nay. Xin chân thành cảm ơn quý vị.
All right, this is mixed double semifinals here. And as you notice, I am not Alex Chong. It's Simon Yin, but we still have the one, the only Zane for one more match with us here. So super excited for that. Zane, what's up?
What's going on? We've got a good one, too. These guys always play electric pickleball against each other. Gabe and Tyra haven't partnered up a tremendous amount, but whenever Tyra plays against Anna Lee, it's electric. Whenever Gabe does play against Ben in mixed doubles, it's electric, and so I'm expecting some highlight points. I'm expecting these thousands. There's probably 2,000-3,000 people in here.
It's packed, isn't it? It's packed.
I'm really, really bad at numbers, but I would expect these very safe to say thousands of Vietnamese fans to be pretty pumped up, fired up for this one.
Yeah, you were there in Da Nang when we set the world Guinness Book of World Records for the most attendees for one pickleball match. So that was
absolutely almost 8,000.
Isn't that's bananas, right?
Yeah, we don't have quite that many here because we don't have enough stadium. It'd be really interesting to see what would happen if we had more seating. But
that's
this
true.
Place is every single seat up behind the court is filled. I wish the camera people would turn it around to the big wall of stands to get everybody seeing just how many people there are here.
Yeah, and the fans are kind of built different here, aren't they? They get really into the point.
Built different. Very built different. I love the fact that this isn't tennis over here.
No.
Tennis is its own sport.
No, that's boring.
Agreed. You know, there's a good reset in the middle of the point. Like, the Vietnamese will cheer for it, which that's how it should be.
And listen, if they think a ball is out, they're going to let you know, out.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. I mean, that was probably my favorite part of that final that we played in Da Nang. Was just good shots being cheered midpoint. That's what pickleball is, in my opinion. It's not crusty old tennis, dude.
Yeah. Let's be a little bit more rock and roll, you know what I mean?
100%. And I can't think of a better matchup for that than this.
Tyra still plays a Gen 1 paddle, is that correct?
I believe so, but I don't know. Paddle technology at this point is none of my business. If it's a good paddle, it's a good paddle. Gen 1, Gen 10, whatever it is.
There you go, there you go.
All right, we got Ben and Annalise walk out here. Ben coming back to Asia for third tournament here. Annalise very first.
Gabriel Tardillo.
Dude, I think he's got to roll with that. Gabriel Tardillo is, I think, a great name.
That's way harder than Tardillo.
Yeah, for sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're ready for this match because it's going to be an impressive one. And the referees for this match, Ms. Jeanette Lai from Singapore and Mr. Ji Moo-hyo from the Korea Republic.
When you started off here, did you feel like it was hard for you to get used to this environment here, or did it come back very quickly?
No, I always find it's far easier to adjust to a slower ball than it is to a faster ball. And so we in the States play with the Lifetime pickleball on, for the most part, non-rollout courts. These rollout courts are almost always more textured, and so they're very, very slow. It's humid, not air conditioned in here, so that adds to the slowness of the conditions. And then finally, the Yola ball really slows down a lot too. So you've got like a triple whammy in terms of slow conditions here. Yep. But it's far easier to go from fast to slow than it is to go from slow to fast. So yeah, I mean, there's a 2-3 day adjustment period for sure. But I think that all these guys are firing on all cylinders by this point in the weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell the fans that are watching this combination of Tardillo and Tyra Hurricane Black, what are we expecting to see today out of these two?
Yeah, I'm going to have to check on Pickle Wave whether they've played together or not previously. I maybe a couple years ago. I can't remember it in recent history, but I absolutely could be wrong. I mean, I think if they are going to play well and have a good chance in this match, I think they're going to need to employ some of the Christian Tyra strategy from Minnesota. And if you don't know what that was the chaotic match where Christian was playing a ton of court and got roasted online. But Tyra did stick up and defend him in that situation. And that's where Gabe plays at his best as well, when he is hunting, when he is being chaotic, when he is playing a lot of court. And so when you're playing against a team of Ben and Annalie that very, very infrequently lose, you've got to do something to take them out of their element. And I think that sort of chaotic style that we've also seen from Hayden Patrick-Quinn and Anna Bright is something that can work.
That's right. And then, Gabe and Ben being partners, does that come into play? Does Gabe know Ben? Does Ben know Gabe? And how do they mix that up?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. I feel like these guys drill together. They obviously play together. They know each other's patterns really, really well. And so, honestly, I find that the more the players know each other's patterns, the better their hands battles get, right?
Right, yes.
Where you get those really, really long hands battles. I love watching when Ben and Colin play against one another, and we saw that a couple of weeks ago in at the last PPA in Red Rock, and they have electric hands battles because they know where that ball is going to go. There's no secrets. It's just who can execute a little bit better. And I think that's what it's going to be here. I'm guaranteeing you some unbelievable hands battles in this one.
Yeah, it's going to get sick, and I'm looking forward to seeing Tardillo get big in the on the right there.
Well, he'll definitely play left with Tyra in this one, I think.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, still in mixed, he's playing the left, although I think he'd be a good. I think there's something to a right side guy. I played some right side with Mari Humberg in MLP actually, and it was a tricky combination for teams.
Yeah, I don't think it's needs to be gender specific, does it?
No, not at all. No, I mean it's just whatever is best for the team. Typically, you want your best player hitting as many shots as possible. So what that normally means is playing from the left side because you can reach towards that middle a little bit better with your forehand. But there are specific times where you might want to switch that up, and the game is evolving where the right side is playing a much more aggressive game. So
yeah, shout out to Humberg. We love her here in Asia and hopefully see her soon.
The Berg.
Here's my signature saying here, let's ball.
Let's ball. All right.
Okay.
Not a bad start there, huh? Let's ball. Wow, how'd you come up with that one?
I picked it up somewhere along the way. I paid homage to Mr. Dave Fleming there.
Good, as you should. I like that little combo there from Tyra. Misses that in the net, but got to take some risks here.
0-0-2.
Wow, great drop. Man, that thing had so much height to it.
It was crazy.
Ben was just flustered because obviously that thing didn't bounce up very much.
When you're the underdog, how aggressive do you get? How big do you play? Do you try to play a little bit safer, or do you just go for a broke?
2-0-2.
I mean, you got to up the aggression a little bit generally.
The splits. Wow.
You want to up the aggression a little bit because you want to add in more elements of randomness, right? If there's no randomness, Ben and Annalie are going to win every single time. So it's a fine line of playing more aggressively but not redlining and going over.
Who do you think plays best when they're redlining, though?
Hayden.
Yeah.
Hayden, and honestly, Gabe is in that position as well. Hayden and Gabe do a very good job when they're really just swinging for the fences.
Oh, I like that play.
I mean, that's a great counter. Honestly, I felt like that worked pretty well for Ben. I think that Tyra was actually pretty handcuffed by that. Slightly fortunate, great hands, but I think that's good play all around.
Going back to redlining, does it happen or is it a decision you actually make?
A little bit of both. Sometimes you just start feeling it and start going for your shots. And then we get one of those heat checks, if you will.
Yeah.
Nice little one-y punch there from Tyra.
Wow.
Annalie goes cross-court attack. Not a bad play. Misses the target. But I'm impressed with just how much Ben is hitting those two-handed backhand dinks. Very... much more than he does in the States typically.
Yeah, he's been hitting them all weekend, actually. I think probably because of the slower ball.
Right. He has more time to set up for that.
Yep.
We got another liner. Ben doesn't normally pop up dinks to the opponent's shoulders, we'll put it that way. how much Tyra is leaning in right now.
Right.
Good anticipation there from Annalee. Typically, Gabe hit that ball towards Annalee's right shoulder, that chicken wing, if you will, and that's normally an unbelievable spot, but Annalee's so compact, able to punch that back. One of one who does that in that position, most likely.
Wow, 1 of 1. That's high praise from Zane Avertel here. 2-4.
I like that first flick from Tyra, too. But Ben's all over the next one. Nicely done. These guys are clawed back in. 3-4.
3-4-1.
Wow.
Gabe shuts that one down.
Yeah. I think Gabe's starting to bring up the RPMs a bit.
Yeah, he is somebody who plays with a lot of spin. Paddle helps that as well.
Wow.
A little confusion in that middle. Annalee was not expecting to hit that, and I was expecting Ben to be on that as well, to be honest. Tyra fights it off. Oh, Gabe, such a good look. Tyra is going to be an absolute menace on defense in this match. She's already so difficult to get the ball past. Now in these conditions, it's going to be very hard to put the ball away against her.
Look at, oh.
Side out.
How do you like the tempo of the game right now that each team is putting forward?
I mean, I think it's the right amount of offense.
3-4-1.
Yeah, no real comment quite yet. It'll be interesting to see when somebody starts to make a move, put some scoreboard pressure on, how the adjustments come, because I think right now both teams are playing at a tempo that they're
comfortable with.
Exactly, yeah. Oh, tricky.
Oh.
Gabe read the down the line, but I think Annalee read that he read the down the line, decides to speed it up. Heads up play. Tyra a little upset with herself on that one. You get some facial expressions there. She's like, why didn't I go around the post?
She wanted it, yeah.
6-4-1.
Always interesting when Annalee gets on the left side there.
I find it always super entertaining to actually watch Ben on the right.
Yeah.
People really avoid him when he's on the right. But Tyra, again, finishing that with the reach-in forehand there. Reaches in unbelievably well.
With the one-hander there, Hurricane Black knocking it down.
Yeah, that gives us a side out, 4-6 here.
4-6-1.
Oh, top of the net, unlucky.
4-6-2.
Good spot there from Ben on that first one. Took some pace off as well. Put it in a very tricky spot for Tyra.
6-4-1.
that almost went over.
He
almost
did.
Went off of Annalee's paddle.
He did.
6-4-2.
Oh, how do you like that one, Zane?
A lot better than Ben does. Ben gave I think the little bit of a nod of approval. That's pretty nasty. She slid right off the side of that ball.
Yep.
6-1.
Impossible to read that. Tyra and Gabe actually both do such a good job of when they get that floating ball, they don't actually have both feet on the ground. They'll actually have one foot back as a counterbalance to allow them to reach in a little bit more. Tyra, particularly on that forehand side, really impressive. It allows them to reach and attack more of those shots.
Look at this defense. It's in.
There we go, on cue. Oh, what a
Oh, the crowd is going wild.
Crowd's loving it. Loving it. We got this lady over here is just jumping. I wish we had a crowd cam over here.
Oh.
5-6-2.
No, they call the football.
No!
They call the football, the least decisive football call of all time.
Whoa!
Nobody has any idea, but there is a foot fault.
Oh, just barely.
We got to get this guy a megaphone. It's the correct call, looks like.
Yeah, just the tip of the foot hitting that line.
Side out.
But how about that point, Zane? I mean, Tardio went.
I mean, that was an unbelievable point. I think they should have just let him play it.
I think so. Why, yeah, don't take that away.
I think they're asking if he can challenge. I guess
There is no challenge for foot faults here.
Yeah. Would you have any idea why? That feels a little strange to me.
Because this is the first time we have video challenge at all.
Okay, that's
so
right. Okay.
we're trying new things out, and I don't think we have a camera for that. Honestly, if I'm
got
thinking.
it. Yeah, it's interesting.
Ooh.
Nice shot there. But to be fair, we did see a quick replay. They got this one correct for sure.
Yep.
That was definitely a foot fault, so probably better that they can't challenge it.
Ooh. Tell me about Gabe's forehand. It's so wristy and so erratic. What is that all about?
I don't know, dude. I mean, it's good. He's reinvented the way to hit a forehand in pickleball.
Wow.
It definitely, he adds a little bit of, him and Hayden always make it look like they're about to speed the ball up, and he can take a full swing at that dink and just make it go soft. And so that's super, super unsettling to play against.
Right. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never know whether he's about to dink that or absolutely blast it at you. And so that's one of the things that makes Gabe so good on top of electric hands. Surprised Annalise bailing out of that pattern.
You know Annalie well. Just what I've seen over the week, it seems like she's still trying to find her footing here. Would that be a fair assessment, or how are you seeing her play, and what's your analysis on that?
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell for me. I haven't watched a tremendous amount. I've been attempting to do other things. Oh, what a get.
Oh!
All right, good stuff.
I cannot even hear myself think.
Good stuff. Look at that. Well,
6-8-2.
I think that Annalie is somebody that really likes the fast play style.
She does,
right?
yeah.
She's somebody that speeds up a lot off the bounce, so the conditions don't exactly favor her a tremendous amount here. And so obviously she's still the best player in the world by a long shot, but conditions aren't nearly as favorable for her on courts that don't bounce as high, on a ball that's a little bit slower, in the heat, all that stuff. So, I mean, she's still winning.
100%.
Tyra's doing such a good job of fighting those off with one hand, which is very rare to see on the women's side.
Right.
Typically, that's where you go against the ladies because they get jammed up with the two-handed backhand, but she's really doing a nice job of countering those with one.
Is that something new that she's developed, or out of necessity, or have you just never seen it before?
I mean, she typically counters a little bit more with two. She has one of the best one-handers on the tour.
Yeah. Oh, great leave.
Gabe a little frustrated there. Obviously, it makes sense. We're gonna get a timeout here. Kind of slipped away from him these last couple of points, but that's what happens against Ben and Annalie. They just start to press just a little bit. Points are very difficult to come by. You go for 10% more than you might normally, which, even though he missed it, I prefer that, right? I prefer him going after his shots, going after it when he's got an advantage. Not happy with himself for the miss, but still the right play. I mean, that was actually the flick that I was talking about earlier.
Right,
that was
yes.
Such an unbelievable spot that just didn't work.
Yes. I mean, also the scoreline, of course, doesn't really show how tight it's been. 10-6 right now, but it's just been incredible to watch these four go at it.
Yeah, I think Gabe is either Gabe or Hayden are my favorite men's players to watch, and then Annalie and Tyra are probably my favorite women's players to watch as well. So,
wow!
I mean, this is a good.
You're not just saying
matchup.
that.
No, I think that I like Tyra's defense. I like the way that she plays. I like how Annalie will hit offense on just about anything, anytime. She keeps you honest.
Got game point here. Wow.
Side out.
Anna with a great reset there.
Six, 10, 1.
Oh. Oh.
Nice points.
Whoa.
Annalie read that one. She's already a step off the line. Oh, what a move.
Come on. That's why you love Annalie Waters, isn't it?
She always keeps you on your toes, that's for sure. No idea what she's going to do. I just like the players that either have a unique style or are extremely aggressive. Oh, got him.
Oh. Two little bodies on Gabe Tardillo here for the game.
Annalie getting the crowd fired up over here. Guys, production team, all right, listen up for a second here. I'm not going to tell you guys how to do your job, but I'm about to tell you guys how to do your job.
Okay, yes.
Not you. I need some of the cameramen or a translator or something, because we got to show a little bit of these fans up here. We have a packed stadium. There are thousands of people behind this court that are fired up about this match. Yes, the center court is great, the build-out is nice, all that stuff, but there are thousands. What do you think, 2,500 people up here?
Easily.
Like,
But let me shout out to Wados who's listening, or TL who's watching and listening in the production booth. The Zane has spoken. Let's get some cameras up here.
Yeah, Waddles, TL, if it were up to me, you'd be fired.
Whoa, hot take. I did not say that now.
That's what Simon said. I'm just repeating what he said. No, actually, there's a little bit of an angle over there. When you see some of the replays, you can see it a little bit. I just want to show off just how many people showed up on a Saturday over here in Hanoi. It's really, really cool. My experience here in Hanoi has been, I see people on their motorbikes with their Faculos bags, with their Kaiwin bags, with their Kamito bags, all types of Yola bags, Yannick bags, everything, right? Every few minutes you see somebody passing by with a pickleball bag. Every few minutes you pass a store, a brick and mortar pickleball store selling paddles, or somewhere that says pickleball courts 50 meters.
Yeah.
You're like, how is that even possible? We're in the middle of like a densely populated place. There's no way there's actually pickleball courts 50 meters. But pickleball is everywhere here, and it's been so cool to see, even just walking around not looking for that.
Right, and they Zane Narvatil, photo.
Yeah, that's the type of stuff that flies on a PPA Asia broadcast, but not in the States.
We do things different here, my man.
We can push some boundaries, all right.
Yes.
I'm all for it.
Hey, we can red line up here too, bro.
0-0-2.
All right, game 2 underway here.
Point.
Okay.
I think Ben's asking if that hit Tyra a couple times. That might have slingshotted off the paddle a little bit.
1-0-2. Side out.
Yeah, this is a super aggressive play right now, and the fans are really just enjoying it. Because I'm not sure Vietnam or Hanoi has seen this level of pickleball up until this point.
Yeah. Oh, good move there from Gabe. Obviously, Ben was in Da Nang and Kuala Lumpur last year.
Yeah.
But we didn't have Annalie, Tyra, or Gabe last time around. So yeah, the level is even higher.
Wow! Collision course.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there between Tyra and Gabe at the end of that. Look at this.
I love how they both want the ball, though.
They're fighting for it. Gabe almost gets his head taken off. Nice combo.
Great
That's
take.
A good bailout there.
Hey, Zane, you were not wrong about this match. It's almost like you knew what you were talking about. It's crazy.
I get lucky every once in a while. I'm arguably better at talking about pickleball than playing pickleball at this point, so.
That's definitely not true. Well, you're pretty good at talking about pickleball. Wow.
Nice combo.
Side out.
Is there a sense of, like, Tyra's going to try to set up Gabe for more attacks? Has that ever been discussed between the two, you think?
I don't know, but I do think that Tyra is actually leaning in and taking more balls out of the air than she might typically in mixed, and I think that's a solid thing in this combination.
Interesting.
Gabe calls this one.
Okay, calls it out. It wide.
I don't think we're getting an argument there from Ben and Annalie.
Put it out. Okay.
Maybe some questions.
Point.
Yeah, no challenge. I think they think it's out.
Is there a general... I'll ask you this question after this. Is there a general consensus for American players that, hey, if we think the ball is close, that we just play it, or how does that work, line call wise?
Well, that's a complicated topic.
Loaded question for Zane Navarto.
Well timed, though. I mean, I think you're just gonna have to go to individual players. I mean, there are some players that you just can't trust to give you anything close to the line.
Right.
There are other players that that are only going to cheat themselves on match point, right? Like meaning like they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt because they're a good person, like, and there are people who are just snakes and are going to take it.
Jeez. Oh, come on.
Great hands all around. Gabe has just gone a little bit cold at the end. He's talking to his bench. A little frustrated there, understandably.
Ball 2-1.
Wow, split the uprights there.
And she clobbered that ball.
Yeah.
Ball 2-2.
Oh.
Anna Lee goes full send at Tyra. Ben not ready for it. That's a good setup. Great point. So I was just looking up on Pickle Wave.
Yep.
Gabe and Tyra have played together before, but they have not played together since 2024, the summer of 2024. So they're about 2 years out from playing with one another.
Wow. Ooh, that was a good take, though. I like that.
Yeah, there's space there for sure.
And I'm also seeing Tyra's playing super hyper aggressive and mixed and a little bit more cautious than women's doubles. I'm just curious to what you have to say about that later.
Oh, she makes that. Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's a great question, but you're right. I think for the most part, Tyra thrives as a counter puncher.
Yeah.
That's where she really likes to be, with the exception of taking those backhand flicks. And so I think they probably just have a very conscious strategy to put a lot of pressure on Ben and Anna Lee in this mixed doubles match.
Oh, almost. But yeah, there is like so much pressure on the court that I'm feeling it up here. I don't know how you're feeling, but man, is that my nerves are shot. 4-4 here, second game.
4-4-1.
I'm desensitized to it at this point.
Second serve. 4-4-2.
Great D.
Well, come on.
Oh. Wow, good stuff. This team really does such a good job of shrinking the kitchen on you, because Gabe and Tyra are both just so long. Tyra with her ability to reach in, but doing that like dancer move where she's got her other leg kicked back behind her, and then Gabe just has those Gumby arms where he can reach anything.
Tardia with the Gumby arms. Yeah, great reach there. Oof. Do you like that pull?
No, there wasn't a tremendous amount of angle, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Gabe was right in the center of his box. Not only that, he was pretty off the line, so I think that was a little bit of a low percentage play. Then again, I would be pressing too if I was out there.
Tied up.
Does seem like Gabe has gone a little bit cold right now. Couple misses coming.
4-4-1.
I'm surprised Ben is taking those, right? Because from that angle, that ball is going right back to Anna Lee. She's almost certainly gonna reset that.
Right, yeah.
4-4-2.
Whoa, what a rip down the line.
Damn.
Ooh.
She's even loving it. She's surprised herself, I think, a little bit there. That's impressive.
Yeah, she's every time I've watched her play, she's gotten just better and better and better, and she's kind of acclimatizing now to this environment, I feel like.
So did she start out a little bit off, a little bit sluggish? So like, do you think it's because she doesn't have the RV here?
I think so, yeah.
Timeout called by the receiver.
But every time I go to a tournament in the U.S., the RV there is like quite a magnificent sight to see.
That's for sure. That would have taken a little bit to get that over here. That'd be impressive.
Here's the question, though: have you been inside the RV?
You know what? I think they got a new RV potentially recently.
Okay.
Like, I was in the RV last year for all the MLP stuff. Really nice to have that. Understand that. If I had a couple mil laying around from Nike and Franklin, I might invest as well. But yeah, no, it's a pretty sweet setup. They've got a whole great, real cool team as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome to be a part of that. That's for sure.
That's awesome, man.
It's sweet. It's spacious. They when they take out all the you can kind of like expand the thing.
Yeah, it's like a whole village in there.
We would have all our team meetings, the whole fives team in there, talk strategy, all that stuff.
Okay.
Cool off. Yeah.
You know, have some filet mignon. A little bit of a.
You know what? They used to actually have a driver that was a cook as well. That was always trying to make us barbecue. And I was like, man, I would normally crush some barbecue with you, brother, but
I gotta go play
yeah,
a match.
Exactly. Some brisket right before some MLP is a recipe for disaster.
Oh, now you're making me hungry.
I've had some good food here too.
Have you?
Bun cha ta.
Bun cha ta. Let's go.
Lots of good meals. All right, back to the action. We've got Ben and Annalise serving 6-4-1? 2.
6-4-2.
But momentum clearly on their side a little bit here. 30.
Oh, what a great shot by Tardillo there.
That's not easy because if you hit that just a little bit too high,
yeah,
Tyra is just totally laid out to dry on with Ben being able to flick that ball.
Ah, come on.
Bad luck off the net there, but right back in it. Even though Gabe was a little bit cold for this middle of this game, right back in it at 5-6-1. And tied up.
No, 6-6. Wow. Okay.
Oh, no. Gabe. Gabe, you can't do Tyra like that.
But
let her take it, Gabe.
Oh, man.
Great defense and read all the angles perfectly.
Little off speed through the middle. Come on now.
We got an immediate timeout from Annalie and Ben. Smart timeout here.
Oh, wow. But you're getting a workout today up in the commentator booth today, Zane.
I'm having a good time. I enjoyed talking about pickleball. And especially when you get the best seat in the house to watch these. They really gave me a hard time even getting in here. I had my pro player badge, all that stuff. I was like, I got to go do the commentary booth. They're like, well, you got to go check in over here, there. Security's strong over here. It's good.
Yeah, they're trying to keep the riffraff out. You know what I mean?
And they almost did.
But yeah, we are glad. I'm sure the viewers at home are watching that are super glad to get your insight. I know I am. And yeah, 7-6. What do you do when you take those timeouts? Do you just kind of chill out? Do you check on? People are always checking their phone when they sit on the timeout. What are they doing over there?
You know what? You're actually not supposed to. That's supposed to be against the rules.
Oh.
So not supposed to, but generally thinking a little bit about strategy, and then honestly, for the most part, it's just cooling things down. It's shifting momentum, slowing down your opponent a little bit.
Yeah, I love that.
Talking a little bit of strategy if there is strategy to be talked. Oh, no. A clean winner. Yikes. Brutal miscommunication there. That'll kill a run for you.
6-7-1.
Let's see if they can slide out here. 6-7.
Oh, man, Annalee's all over it. She had Ben beat, but not Annalee.
Wow.
We got ourselves a ball game. Gabe is coming alive. Tyra is playing great offense, not missing a ball. Wow, another backhand flick from Tyra behind Ben. Very, very impressive.
It seems like Tyra's speed ups and her flicks aren't very fast or powerful, but is it more of a placement or an off speed? What's happening from your perspective?
I think it's just not expecting that from a lady in front of you from Ben, because there's almost nobody that does that combination.
That's sick.
Nice combo there. I am slightly surprised we're not seeing a little bit more offense actually from Annalee. She's got a few balls that I feel like are attackable there. Again, kind of letting Tyra and Gabe dictate a little bit more.
Yeah, I haven't seen Annalee initiate a lot of the points this weekend. It's only when it gets a little bit more popular that she takes it.
Yeah, and that's partially because it's very difficult to do off the bounce here.
Right.
There we go.
Okay.
There's an initiation.
Let me just shut my mouth. 7-7.
7-7-1.
Oh, not the line. That's brutal.
Yeah. You said it was slick earlier, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that thing just rockets off. It does not slow down at all once it hits the line, unfortunately.
Okay, Simon the righty is going to take a hot take right here.
Simon the righty?
Yeah, not Nico the lefty.
All right, let's hear it, Simon the righty.
We're going to go to 3. Is that a hot take? I don't know.
I can see it. Momentum is definitely on Tyra and Gabe's side, but something that Ben and Annalee do so well in clutch time is they make you beat them. They make every single ball. You see strategies fall apart right around now against them every single time, and honestly, that's what happened in Game 1 as well.
Wow. Gabe says Zane, not this time, Zane.
I hope you're right. I want to see a Game 3.
Oh, my days. You may not be able to stick around for a Game 3.
8-7-1.
Great job.
Wow. Oh, wow.
There's some offense. Gabe's not loving it.
Look at Anna Lee getting the crowd pumped.
This crowd is also just waiting to erupt right now.
It's like they're lighting a fuse. It's about to all explode, man.
8-7-2.
Oh.
It seems like Ben and Annalie just are not quite 100% on the +1. Like, Ben countered the first one very, very nicely there.
Yep.
And got himself a decent forehand that he just sort of rolled back to Gabe. They're on these first ones, but not finishing. And obviously, again, somebody like Tyra, you got to finish that sooner rather than later because she's going to claw her way back in at any point.
Oh.
Even that's another example. Great speed up down line, blocking the second one. I'm a little surprised that they're not on the clean.
The 1-2 punch?
Yeah.
7-9-1.
7-9.
Oh, finds the middle again.
Same one, though. They had multiple different looks at that second shot that they're not finishing. That's the difference in this entire comeback.
That's interesting.
7-9-2.
Lob serve here.
There we go. Side out here. Can they do it?
9-7-1.
Gabe and Tyra are just flowing right now. Everything is natural. Everything's smart.
Wow. Okay.
Look at the little double Ernie action from Ben. Tyra almost gets that back. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. Tyra's lights out right now. 9-7-2.
Gabe's come back alive, too. Threw in those few loose misses earlier and cleaned that up.
Oh, that's like the first one she's missed.
Yeah. I think a paddle slipped out of her hand or something or another.
Oh, got sweaty.
Yeah, that's what it's at least looking like.
Yeah, because it's pretty humid in here, and I think the conditions get you pretty sweaty pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. And if you don't got a good overgrip on, and if you're not changing that out, that's going to be a nasty grip.
9-7-1.
Oh, wow. I can't believe she didn't attack that. Wow. I mean, they recover on that, but man, Annalie had a ball from well above her waist that I'm super surprised she didn't go after. And again, that's another thing I'm noticing here. Annalie just really is not initiating a tremendous amount. I mean, at least anywhere close to the way that she normally does.
Yeah.
Obviously, again, conditions playing a factor in that, but
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Annalie dink a ball like that. That's that height.
We've kind of seen that she's doing a lot of more resetting than counter punching as well. But yeah, let's see if they can dig themselves out of this hole here.
There we go.
Yep.
And finally, that's the first +1 they've really took advantage of off of a good speed up in the last 10 minutes or so. Annalie fired up. She's getting the crowd fired up too. 9-9 crunch time.
Oh, just out there.
Misses it.
So tell me about this philosophy of the +1 for those viewers watching from home.
Yeah, so the +1 is you hit your first speed up, and then it's the next shot. So it's the initial +1 shot. Yeah, match point here. Saves it with an Ernie.
Unbelievable.
He looks down at his feet, looks at the refs, makes sure there's no foot fault call.
10-9-2.
Oh, that goes out. I'm going to go down and give interviews, Zane. It's been a pleasure.
All right. What a match. Good stuff there.
Our mixed doubles finalists.
Ben and Annalie do what Ben and Annalie do. They clutch up right at the end of that match. Couple points. They were in dire straits for a little bit there at the end of the game, but obviously cleaned it up. Great match from Gabe and Tyra. Would love to see them play more together. But yeah, Sadolf, what do you think?
A strong finish, Zane. That was just an absolutely strong finish from Annalie and Ben. Got a little tricky there, but you know, they what they do, they find solutions.
They clutch up when it's time. So, all right, well, Sadolf, I am out of here. We'll kick it down to Simon.
Yeah, we'll be right back. Simon Yin, take it away.
All right, Annalie Waters, Ben Johns. Some in Hanoi are already calling that the most epic match they've seen all week. So a lot of great aggressiveness there. Walk me through that match between you guys and Tyra and Gabe.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like mixed doubles sometimes has some of the most fun points because you see the girls going toe-to-toe with the guys, and I felt like Tyra and I were doing a good job of kind of attacking, me attacking Gabe, her attacking Ben, and that created some fun points. I felt like we had some crazy long ones too of all different sorts of shots. But yeah, after that first game, we really wanted to start strong in the second. We did that, but then I think they called a timeout, played some really good points, and then we kind of had to regroup ourselves and get back to the game plan.
Love that. I guess French toast for breakfast works.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, tell me what you're thinking about going into your final match tomorrow.
Yeah, it's you know, kind of like any final, recovery super important. So gonna hydrate, gonna eat, gonna rest. Especially, you know, we've lost a lot of sweat here, so replenish it with some electrolytes and a lot of drinking of water. So yeah, just all preparation.
All right, Hanoi is definitely looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Hanoi, give it up for your mixed doubles finalists, Ben Johns and Annalie Waters.
Và quý vị ơi, ngay bây giờ thì Annalie Waters sẽ ném những quả bóng vào phía khu vực khán giả. Và khán giả may mắn sẽ nhận về được chiếc vợt Franklin phiên bản giới hạn.
Who wants the ball from Ben Johns?
Những chiếc bóng có chữ ký của Ben John ngay tại MB Hanoi Cup 2026. Alright, thank you very much, our mixed doubles finalists, Annalie Waters and Ben Johns. Thank you. Vâng, quý vị ơi, quý vị đừng quên, hai vị khán giả may mắn nhận được trái bóng đến từ Annalie Waters. Yes, hãy di chuyển về quầy merchandise để nhận về chiếc vợt Franklin phiên bản giới hạn của mình nhá. Xin chúc mừng quý vị. Và còn những chiếc bóng từ Ben Johns, những trái bóng từ Ben Johns thì mọi người hãy giữ lấy làm kỷ niệm quý giá của mình tại MB Hanoi Cup 2026 lần này nhá. Những chiếc bóng có chữ ký trực tiếp của Ben Johns ngay tại sân trung tâm. Và quý vị thân mến, một tin vui nữa. Ai muốn có cho mình những chữ ký trực tiếp và đứng gần hơn với Annalie Waters ạ? Ai ạ? Yes! Vậy thì phút nữa, Annalie Waters, thu thủy của chúng ta sẽ có mặt tại quầy của Franklin ngay phía bên ngoài. Khoảng 15 phút nữa. To our Franklin booth in about 15 minutes. Please go ahead and line up, queue up in order for that. Vâng ạ, trong khoảng 15 phút thì quý vị giúp Minh Anh chúng ta di chuyển ra phía bên ngoài quầy của Franklin, xếp hàng và đợi Thu Thủy xuất hiện và giao lưu trực tiếp cùng với chúng ta nhé. Và tiếp theo thì cũng sẽ là một trận đấu vô cùng hấp dẫn, một trận đôi nam nữ. Với cặp đôi đang có mặt trên sân ngay lúc này, đó chính là Anna Bright và Hayden Patricken. Và đối thủ của họ tại trận đấu này, Caitlin Christian và Christian Alshons. Chúng tôi sẽ quay trở lại sau ít phút nữa. We'll be back shortly with the next match. Vâng ạ, quý vị khán giả có mặt tại cung điền kinh Mỹ Đình ơi, chúng ta đã sẵn sàng cho trận đấu cuối cùng ngày hôm nay chưa? Vòng bán kết cuối cùng, vòng bán kết đôi nam nữ. Và ngay bây giờ, let's welcome to our championship court the first pair of our mixed doubles semifinals is Caitlin Christian and Christian Alshon from the USA. Và đó chính là Caitlin Christian và Christian Alshon. Và đối thủ của họ, they are playing against Anna Bright and Hayden Patrick from the USA. Và đó chính là Anna Bright và Hayden Patrick. Còn ánh dương của chúng ta cùng với hoàng tử Hayden Patrick sẵn sàng để xem ai sẽ đối đầu và so tài cùng với Annalie Waters và Ben John tại chung kết đôi nam nữ MB Hanoi Cup 2026. And ladies and gentlemen, our referees for this match. Lead referee Mr. Jin Woo Hyo.
Second semifinal of your mixed doubles in the MB Hanoi Cup. Christian Alshon and Caitlin Christian up against Hayden Patrick and Anna Bright.
Trọng tài của chúng ta tại trận đấu này, ông Jin Woo Hyo đến từ Hàn Quốc trọng tài chính và bà Clara Chu đến từ Hồng Kông.
KK down to her last event today, reaching the final of women's singles. They lost in the semi-final of women's doubles. And now playing mixed alongside Christian Alshon, who surprisingly is playing his first match in championship court. On the other side, Hayden Patrick made the final of men's doubles alongside Federico Staksrud. Anna Bright also moving on to the final of women's doubles alongside Annalie Waters. So on track for 2 gold medals this weekend. Caitlin Christian as well. An early exit for Christian Alshon in the men's singles, but back on championship court is in championship court for this semi-final. In yesterday's quarterfinals, KK and Christian Alshon had to survive 3 games against Jesse Irvine and Will Howells. They dropped the first game 11-13, but came back to win 14-12 and 11-8. Anna Bright and Hayden Patrick and 9-9 winners over Kate Fahey and Federico Staksrud. So we'll set up this matchup here.
15 seconds.
Ben Johnson and Annalie Waters already securing their spot in the final with a 6-9 win over Gabe Tardio and Tyra Black. Just seconds away from this second semi-final. I'd like to thank Zane Avertil and Alex Strung for joining us today here on our commentary booth. So here we go. Semi-final number 2.
And Bright has looked very, very strong this week. Hayden Patrickin as well. I've not seen much of Christian Alshon, but Caitlin Christian is also in fine form. So here we go. There from KK.
0-0-2.
Hayden got Alshon off balance there.
0-1-2.
And quickly placed it to the other side. A quick side out for Bright and Patrickin. Alshon slides in to win that rally for his team. Second serve. Hayden trying to get to Alshon's backhand. Alshon taking a lot of space in the middle. Net court there on Christian Alshon's drive.
1-2-2.
This by Hayden. 2-2.
2-2-2.
Possession back with Anna Bright and Hayden Patrick.
2-2-1.
See what they can do with this. So aggressive with that dink. Alshon sets it up. That middle ball is his for the taking and puts that one away. And the Bright lets that one go. Just avoiding that the backhand from Christian Alshon.
2-2-1.
And they get possession back once again. It's fourth there, landing for third rather. KK just allowing Christian Alshon to run the show there in the middle. That has worked for them so far here. Denied by the tape there. Alshon on that drive.
2-2-2.
Hands battle. And it's Alshon coming out on top. 3-2.
3-2-2.
Alshon with a good leave. A tight opening here.
2-3-2.
Hayden on the attack in the middle. He's ready for it.
3-3-2.
What a setup there. And Hayden expecting that block from KK and putting that one away. Good slide again from Christian Alshon. And once again, just KK, just the understanding between these two to allow Christian Alshon to hit those middle balls in. Ooh. Error here from Hayden. Makes it 5-4. Great lead there. Christian Alshon went low.
6-4-1.
There's a big target out there for Hayden. Somehow manages to get out of the way. That's not fair. That shot is not fair. So smart there from Anna Bright. Alshon made to pay for taking a lot of court in the middle. Another point.
7-4-2.
Set up for the Ernie. Christian Alshon. 8-4-2. KK and Christian jump out to an 8-4 lead here in the second semifinal.
Remaining 3 challenge. Receiver 0, server 1. Time in. 8-4-2.
Okay. Anna Brighton, Hayden Patrick in here showing signs of life. 4-8-1.
Welcome back, partner.
Thanks. I had to go give Anna Lee Waters some dinking lessons real quick. Psych. What an exciting day it's been. We've had Zane and Alex on the booth. We've had amazing matches. 4-8-2 here. Good call by Anna Bright for the out ball. Haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you, but you saw Tyra playing, and now it's like you can see the power of Tyra Hurricane Black, huh?
Yeah.
So good with the that match.
So good.
6-8-2.
Back to championship court, 6-8-2.
No.
Oh, great pull by Hayden in the middle.
It's just so easy for Hayden to slide back and forth, partner.
Yeah.
Elite footwork and elite defense.
8-8. Gong Hei Fat Choi. I think, we can't take for granted the footwork. Even though we had Zane and Alex here, they have that natural athleticism, natural footwork. But for regular guys like us, it's hard. We want to keep our feet planted. Even if we move, it's like 2 inches. You know what they say about 2 inches. There's just never enough. So we got to really move our feet, and really focus on the footwork, which we're seeing is excellent footwork, excellent ball IQ here. Also, I can't believe it, but I think Alex Trong stole my Skittles. Can you believe that? I gave her my seat, all nice, be her bodyguard, Kevin
That's
Costner
why-
to her Whitney Houston, and I'm here for my Skittles, and they ain't here, bro. Rant over.
I brought that Skittles over from the hotel, bro.
Yeah. Alex Strong, if you're watching, I hope you enjoyed them Skittles, girl.
882.
882. Game on.
That lands nicely for KK. Side out. That's a crucial one.
Cruciality. Super crucial. KK 88. We saw this pairing of Christian Alshon and Caitlin Christian in the Kuala Lumpur at the 9 Pickle. That was our first sighting of them, and it's good to see them back here in Hanoi.
Yeah, one got silver. Oh, missed by Big H.
Big H.
982.
Unlucky neck cord. And a Bright with the emphatic out. I like her style when she does that. Very authoritative.
891.
Fires her up as well.
Yep.
They're just too good there.
Yeah, Big H wants some here. 9-9. My goodness.
991.
Great resets by Anna Bright, but as the rally developed there, it was Christian Alshon
992.
that was dictating terms on that one.
Oh, just barely out there. Christian Alshon with the Ernie cross court. Christian's a big guy.
Absolutely.
991.
We've seen him play on the right with Hayden.
Yes, we have.
But that's
Also
not,
played on the right with Ben Johns.
yeah.
Big point here. Big stop. Big stop.
One more possession for KK and Christian.
Come on. Oh.
Whoa.
Hey.
Game point. Somehow, AB got that one back. When Asha was in no rush, she was very patient there, partner.
Bro, patient to the max. There we have it. Game 1 down.
Wow.
The look on your face says it all. Wide-eyed, doughy-eyed, teared. I don't even know what I'm saying.
Anna Bright, Nadine Patrick, and stunned right here in game number 1. Christian Alshon and KK Christian take it 11-9 on championship court. So it was quite the game here for Christian Alshon. It's his first time on championship court all week, and he's making the most out of it here. Partner.
Yeah, I love seeing Christian. Got nothing but respect for that man. And just watching him, being able to commentate on his match again has just been so far a great pleasure. And then they just put in some work here to put every ball in play and be aggressive when it's time to be aggressive.
Can't have that middle ball hanging because Christian Alshon is going to just slide there. And not even a middle ball, bro.
Yeah, no. His wingspan must be gigantic.
So is Christian and KK spoiling what everyone was expecting.
Yeah.
As a gold medal match.
But I am expecting this to go the distance of 3 games. The weather outside is a little bit hazy and dark, and the humidity has dropped a little bit, so I believe the ball is getting a little bit faster here. And that may be a factor here in this match.
Game 2. Time in 0-0-2.
Back at it. Game 2 here underway.
0-0-1.
Christian getting out of the way again. Great leave again.
0-0-2.
Ernie from Christian Alshon.
How you like how he performed that? So silky, smooth, so smooth.
I'm really impressed here with the way he's playing.
Yes, Queen, ATP there from Anna Bright.
0-0-2.
Nice middle pressure from Christian Alshon.
That's been the story of the match so far.
Christian Alshon being big in the middle.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Mid, Robert Sterling. We haven't seen you in a while. We missed you, buddy. Ernie, number 2, in game 2. What do you do?
Christian Alshon, one player who can really overwhelm you with his length and athleticism.
Yeah.
On the court. A great job there by KK, just taking those balls out of the air.
Yeah, and such a great lead by Alshon as well.
3-0-2.
Come on.
Zero, 3-1.
Second serve here.
0-3-2. Timeout. Three, 0-1.
Just can't get going here. Hayden and Anna Bright. Really slow start to game number 2. KK going for that down the line shot.
Zero, 3-1.
Oh, even the fact that Christian Alshon got there was incredible.
Yeah, what an effort from Christian there. That was a really difficult angle to work with, but able to get a paddle on that. Called out by Anna Bright. Hands battle. Back-to-back points for Anna Bright and Hayden Patricken.
And we've seen so many hands battles today.
I've had enough for a year, partner.
Oh, just wide. Interesting take on calling balls in or out for pro players. Feel free to look back at our previous match here for Zane's take. Meanwhile, here on the championship court, 3-3.
3-3-1.
Ooh, risky.
Trying to lob to over the left shoulder of KK, but Christian Alshon taking a lot of the space in the middle. So
that's what we call a risky maneuver, my friend.
Christian says, "That's mine."
What a nonchalant, slicey, droppy.
Couple of nice resets there from Caitlin Christian, but that's been Hayden all week, dropping right in front when everyone is expecting him to put that ball away with a smash or a flick.
Wow, what a shot. Hayden P, are you kidding me? I guess the Philippines will see the slicey droppy soon from Sadel Tupas, huh? And then you'd be like, got him. Is that right, Sadel?
Not sure. Got to work on that.
You got this. Oh, just sails long there. Just like that, we're 6-3.
Yeah, that's 6 straight points from Anna Bright and Hayden Patricken. And Christian Alshon and KK Christian have called a timeout here.
Yeah, just great plays from all players here. Alshon being hyper aggressive. I would say Alshon has an easier Ernie with his long legs than Sadelph and I put together.
Yeah, that's not even a question, partner.
It's a statement of fact. I think actually your legs and my legs put together are probably still shorter than Christian Alshon's.
Might be right.
Because our nicknames here are Stubby and Chubby. I'm not sure which one I am. Am I stubby or am I chubby? I wish we had the commentator cam here because Sadelph ain't happy.
Well, speaking of happy, my friends are happy. They're watching and watching the stream on from Modern Fox.
What is that?
It's a barbershop.
Oh, at a barbershop. Okay. Gosh, the Philippines.
I'll invite you when you're in Manila.
For a haircut?
Yeah, and coffee.
Okay. And good conversation.
Of course.
The lob works, but Christian is back here at neutral now.
Yeah, just wearing you down here. AB and H.
7-3 on 2 here.
Almost to the head of Hayden. Tied out. Need to get out of this slump here.
They sure do. 3-7. Okay.
4-7-1.
That's a miss.
I like that I like that take for Caitlin Christian though. I like that.
Yeah.
4-7-2.
There's a right shot to play. Just wasn't able to execute that. And that time they're just at the baseline, so just able to did a great job there to get that one back, but that was out. That was out.
And to Anna Bright just for the hunt, just go sails that one long a little bit. 7-4-2.
Once again, she was ready for the counter.
Absolutely.
7-4-2.
And she knew where to place that counter. Lob setting up Christian Alshon.
Yeah, great lob there, eh? Usually when you, the right time to lob is when you have both players leaning in, trying to take the ball out of the air. And that's a good sign for you to throw up the lob. Called that ball wide there.
5-7-1.
5-7-1.
Wow.
That one's out. 6-7-1.
6-7-1.
6-7-1.
Hey. Alshon gets down low, get low, get low.
And a bright calls timeout. 7-7. Christian Alshon, and I think he's just so pumped up for this one. Just came in prepared. Didn't look rusty one bit.
Alshon's got that take no prisoners mentality right now. What has he got to lose? Absolutely nothing. Playing a big left, but also with Caitlin Christian doing her part, keeping the ball in play and attacking when the balls are attackable.
Receiver 0, server 0.
Here we go. 7-7-1. Great pull by Caitlin Christian. Really way to be aggressive. And a great lead by Christian Alshon.
8-7-1. Second serve. 8-7-2.
Seven.
I think it's 9-7.
9-7.
9-7-2.
Hayden and AB here. Big possession for them. 7-9-1 in game number 2.
$7-9-2.
7-9-2. Should be 7-9-2 here in our graphic.
Hey, big H. Piercing the knee, splitting the uprights, going down the middle. 8-9.
8-9-2.
What a reset to get back to neutral here. Oh, Christian Alshon with the off speed. 9-8.
9-8, so
9-8-1.
we'll see a big finish here from Christian and KK. Match point.
Match point. Unbelievable.
Another great slide down the middle from Christian Alshon.
10-8-1.
10-8-1. her place in tomorrow's gold medal match. Oh, wow. They've done it. Christian Alshon and Caitlin Christian take out Anna Bright and Hayden Patrickin. 9 and 8 here in Hanoi. A chance at a double for Caitlin Christian tomorrow in women's singles and mixed doubles with Christian Alshon. What a performance from Christian Alshon. Such a dominant performance. And Caitlin Christian also solid on that right side. Just gave Christian also the opportunity to really take over. And when her number was called, she delivered as well. Caitlin Christian and Christian Alshon are moving on to the gold medal match.
Caitlin Christian and Christian Alshon. Asia has not seen
AB
you guys
and Hayden are
and here you are
playing in the bronze medal match, and let's hear from our winners.
First and foremost, thank you guys so much. It is so much fun for us playing in Vietnam. You guys are freaking awesome. It means a lot. It's such a pleasure to share the court with Christian. It's an absolute animal, and I just try and do what little I can and let him do the rest. And it's been a really fun week playing with him.
Christian, Vietnam loves you. There's been a lot going on with you, my man. Hey, just give a shout out to Vietnam. Let them know what you gotta let them know.
Xin chào. Xin chào, Vietnam. Like to say thank you to Pat flying me out here. One of the best paddles. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Super excited to be here. Thanks for coming.
Tomorrow, Championship Sunday, your mixed doubles finalists, Caitlin Christian and Christian Alshon. Hanoi, make some noise!
That's just the perfect way to wrap up our coverage of Super Saturday here. Christian Alshon and Caitlin Christian. We move on to the gold medal match. Let's look back at that semi-final between Caitlin Christian and Christian Alshon and Hayden Patrickin and Anna Bright. Christian Alshon and Caitlin Christian will take on Annalie Waters and Ben Johns in tomorrow's gold medal match. So Championship Sunday tomorrow here at the PPA Asia 1000 MB Hanoi Cup. For my partner Simon Yin and for our pros who joined us here on the booth, Say Navratil, Alex Strong, this has been Sedaf Tupas. Saying goodbye for now from Hanoi. We'll see you tomorrow for Championship Sunday.
Và quý vị thân mến, khoảng 10 phút nữa thì hoàng tử Hayden Patrickin của chúng ta sẽ có mặt tại Franklin Booth, tại quầy của Franklin. Cho nên nếu quý vị muốn có những chữ ký, muốn có những bức hình giao lưu cùng với anh thì quý vị hãy di chuyển ra phía quầy của Franklin trong khoảng 10 phút nữa nhá. Và vừa rồi cũng chính là trận đấu cuối cùng của ngày hôm nay, những trận đấu bán kết. Chúng tôi xin hẹn gặp lại quý vị vào ngày mai với những trận tranh ba tư và trận chung kết của MB Hanoi Cup 2026. Thank you.
fair enough.
You know, it's all good. We'll be back stronger in the States just in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well,